returned back to the X.
Pulling it up, making sure that we're all good.
Are you pulling it up? Are you pulling it up though?
Well, I gotta pull it up.
I
If I
better
don't pull it up, it won't be up.
Hey, you're not.
You're up. Alright, now we're just waiting on it to register.
Yep.
Oh, there it goes.
I just got the update.
Effective health pressure support.
I want to mute that.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to go to ad right away.
Yep.
Alright, scroll down.
Day 4, ladies and gentlemen. Day 4.
Let's rock and roll, you apes.
Alright, we are back, and we are low on power. We are low on context. We
are
have...
low on brain cells. Well, I mean,
I have core. Ooh. I don't want to be building nothing yet right now. So we're going to take you out. Since I only have the 1 core left.
You only have 1 core left? That seems like a bad idea.
This coil could provide us with some additional power for the
energy
systems.
Let's get him working
we'll
on
need
it.
to add some shielding first to protect the crew.
Oh, we're doing okay, Ian. We're doing okay.
Oh, hang on in there.
I'm gonna start moving my stuff.
Yep. Alright. We almost got... We got everybody's, I need to recap. Did we get everybody's guns?
Just wait until they hear you're working with those advent goons that broke free somehow.
Apparently
Hello,
I can't
Commander.
build anything in the weapons department, so I must be good.
It's been slow going, but I've made headway interfacing our equipment.
Alright, let's see. What do we do? Do we finally get the robots? Do we blow up one of the buildings? We may want to blow up one of the buildings there.
I blew up one of the buildings, I apologize.
No. Do as you will. Or do I finally take out the black site? Yeah, let's go ahead and take out that black
Seven
site.
cores for the Western U.S. precinct.
It is what it is, okay? Oh, well that's fan-freaking-tastic. They're only 5 away. Well, thankfully this will get rid of some of that. Alright, Cyrus, good to have you on this one. Cajun. He's not even French.
You're not French?
No, it's... Ferdinand of Aragon. Here, we're gonna fix that. There we go. That's better. Fortunately, do I really need... I don't think I need 3 of these bad boys. Let's see, I can get Teddy on the team now? Okay, so Teddy's on the team. That's
Teddy!
We'll take you off. Hold on, let's see.
Oh, Teddy!
Okay, so I can pick anybody else. I should really get a specialist.
Come back, Teddy.
I have no specialists ready.
Well, Lark.
Oh, that's not good.
What are we going to do about that?
Pray we don't die. But considering how the last few matches have been going, when's the first specialist to get back? 4 days. Can I survive 4 days?
No. No, you're
Probably not. Okay. So we're gonna hold off on that. Yes, I know.
Commander, the aliens are still
Why do they
moving
always have to
forward on the
remind you?
Avatar project. Taking out that
Just
facility
good
would deal
lord,
a
every
serious
single
blow
time
to
I say
their
airstrike about it, we don't have the capacity to airstrike anymore. We got to go in surgical. So we got to survive for 4 days before we can get in there. And also, I don't have anybody training right now, so one of you goons needs to get in there and train as a specialist. Joan, get in there.
Yeah, I'll never forget one time I was playing XCOM 2, and I was like working so hard to get to a black site, and they kept pipping up the thing. Finally get to the black site and take it out, and it pips it down. And I'm like, yes! Literally 2 seconds later after I finish that, pips it right back up. I'm like,
So you mock me.
Raven, what exactly is the Blight in DVD? He's a
Avengers,
Scottish
new
alchemist and scientist and doctor who's basically the equivalent of Mr. Hyde. He basically wanted to discover a new kind of humanity, and he turned himself into a freaking monster through his serum.
Commander, the aliens...
You can watch my video on the blind. I go over
the
there.
Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down,
That's what
we
I
need
do.
to move
I am
fast.
desperately trying here, okay? Let's see.
You got this, bro. I believe in you.
You should recognize the simplicity of
I
these
believe in the you, the
tactics
believes in the me, the believes in the
and
One
the
Piece.
those you employ against the elders.
The
Just
chosen
one
aren't
thing after
afraid to
another, isn't
resort
it?
to sabotage tactics.
You just put one foot in front of
Alright, on the plus side, we got Scilabs going for us, so hey, there's that.
There is that. You're not wrong, mate.
Alright, so better start training to be someone to be a Psi operative. Who do we have that's available to be a Psi operative? Few soldiers.
Put me in, God!
Alright, so we have a German and an Indian.
Maybe once
Would
this
be
is
a
all
good
over, we should take this
Psi
ship and go
operative.
colonize one of their planets.
Do you have anything that... Hey there, warrior.
Warriors here.
Let's see, what country should have a Psi operative? And who should it be? That's the question there.
I hate when my tea gets watered down.
Don't you?
Yeah, I do. Alright, need to refill it. One moment.
Such a tough question. So, I go with an American. Who would I pick? Who in history should get it? Hey there, Michael. I'm doing all right. Germany because Dark died. Bradford Room is the American way. Canada. I already have my Canada. I could hire a Canadian, which would be kind of entertaining. But who would I pick from Canada? Do you mean you don't have U.S. tax dollars for airstrikes? Airstrikes, though. That is an interesting idea. Raven, in One Piece, what do you think of Luffy's fifth gear form?
You mean his Nika form?
Yeah.
So, I'm kind of split on that. On the one hand, I love it because it's literally just Toon Force, and it is absolutely awesome. Like, the things he can do, the overall design, like, he's basically a Looney Tune put into an anime, and it's pretty sick. And some of the things that he does is so goated. But on the other hand, it pushes the Chosen One stereotype, and it implies that a lot of what Luffy has done and what he's capable of is not based upon his own ingenuity and unique character. It's more based on he's just the chosen Joy Boy, the reincarnation of... It very much went the same direction Naruto went for me. Because, Naruto was very similar. Naruto is this character who you thought, oh, he's proving himself worthy to be a ninja despite coming from nothing, he's doing it based on his own gut, and even though he has the edge of having the nine-tailed fox, he's having to make it his own, really coming to who he is. But then as the show goes on, you realize, oh wait, but Naruto's also the son of the fourth Hokage. He's trained by Kakashi, who was trained by the fourth Hokage. He's the son of a woman from a clan that specializes in controlling Jinchuriki. He was also trained by Jiraiya, who's one of the three Sannin, who also trained the fourth Hokage. Turns out he's the reincarnation of the Sage of Six Paths. Like, you just find out that everything about Naruto, he was set up for success from the very beginning, which made it kind of underwhelming. Luffy's fifth gear kind of feels the same way to me. It's very much, I think it looks awesome and feels awesome and acts awesome, but the fact that it's, he's the sun god Nika, he's the Joy Boy, he's the reincarnation or return of this great hero, and I'm kind of like, that kind of undervalues everything else he's ever done, because it feels like it's not really Luffy but Nika, it's not really Luffy but Joy Boy, he's just fulfilling a destiny, not being his own character. Like, Luffy's always said that being king of the pirates is about being more free than anyone else. Well, how can he be free when you're literally a slave to this prophecy? And that's my big issue with it. But, I mean, like I said, on the one hand, I love it. On the other hand, meh.
The results of our breakthrough were quite fascinating.
Anyway, that's my thought on
Just your thoughts on it?
Well, if you have any more questions or things you want me to rant about, let me know.
Begin our research immediately.
Because I got to get back to work.
All right.
I got sidetracked with that lecture thing.
Fair enough. But have you ever heard of GoldenEye 64? Yes, I've never played it, but I do know of it. Yes, the game was that popular that I wouldn't know of it. All right, we're launching the
Heading
mission.
course for Sector 9, Western United
We have a specialist
States.
ready to go. We got to knock that out, then I got to blow up another one of the sites out. It is crunch time for 3?
3.
All right, you two can stay.
Lark, tomorrow's Friday, right?
Tomorrow is in fact Friday.
Raven, what are the gods in One Piece and why or how do they get their status? There are no gods in One Piece. Wait, are you referring to the 5 Elder Stars? They're not gods. They're the highest ranking members of the Celestial Dragons. And they got their status because they were born into it.
Oh my gosh, you lied to me. You said she was ready. She's not. Oh no, she's lightly wounded. She only needs one more day. You insufferable crap basket. Fine, go back to
Avenger plotting new course.
one day. You better promise me this one day nothing stupid will happen.
Raven rants about the Uchiha. Lark, do you want me to rant about the Uchiha?
You bitch!
Apparently not.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's just like, I'm waiting like, just one day is all I need to get this specialist up so that I can go in confident that I can take care of this black site. And then it's like, just need one more day. Fucking Advent retaliation.
Well, yeah, that's the way
It's time for a little target practice.
Setting course for Western Europe.
The 5 are technically gods only because immortality and immense power, they're the closest thing you can get to gods. Yeah, but they're not gods, technically. I know that they see themselves as gods, but they're not gods. I don't want to get in the way of your stream. Do you want me to rant about Uchiha?
I could rant with you on that, honestly.
Alright, my rant on the Uchiha. Masashi Kishimoto created a very creative world when he created Naruto. And the idea of different ninjutsu belonging to different ninja families is a cool idea. I'm behind it. But when he created the Uchiha and their Sharingan bullshit, he clearly didn't know what he was doing. He clearly didn't know how to write a balanced power, and he clearly showed a favoritism to it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, everything about the Uchiha pisses me off. Which is sad, because at first I really liked them. In fact, my very first Naruto fan fiction that I wrote when I was still a huge fan of the show, I wrote about a girl from the Uchiha who escaped the destruction of her family because her family relocated to the village into the mist. Very cool story. I should probably go back to it sometime if I ever like Naruto again, which I don't know if I ever will. Point is, though, after that, everything the Sharingan needed the ninja to do, it could do. The funny thing is, when the Sharingan was first introduced, I thought, oh, that's cool. It's an eye ability that allows you to copy anyone else's abilities, like their physical abilities or their jutsu. That's neat. That's a cool idea. It means you have to be careful how you fight against them, but there are also drawbacks. Just because you copy another person's capabilities doesn't mean that it's really yours, you know, that kind of thing. And I thought that was neat. But then later they started adding new things to it. Oh, now it's not just that it can copy everything you do. Now it can see through things. Now it can create black flames. Now it can conjure illusions. And you know, I might have been okay with, you know, conjuring illusions or creating black fire. I could have, like, you know, it's iffy, but I could have gone with it. Then it can open dimensional rifts. Thank you, Kakashi. Then it can turn reality into an illusion. That bullshit that Obito pulled with Conan, where she used this jutsu that was destined to kill him, but he escaped it because he turned reality into an illusion. Let me say my thing on that. I want to say my thing on that. That's so fucking stupid. I don't even have words for it. You literally get out of death free card through the Sharingan, and I know what everyone says. But he had to sacrifice his eye for it. There is no sacrifice when it can be replaced with ease. They have literal eye transplants in this world. Not only do they have them, a field medic can do them. Because remember, the first time we see that is when Ren does that for Kakashi and Obito. You can literally do it on the field, on site, field medic, eye transplant, and make it work. How? Because reasons. Because Sharingan. Because Uchiha. Then you have this whole bullshit about how the Uchiha are these long-time rivals of the Hashirama of the Hashirama clan, or the Shinju, whatever, Hashirama Shinju, I believe his name was. And it's just these longtime rivals, and it's this cycle of hate going on and on and on forever. And I would again be okay with that, except for the fact there's no real sign of that evil portrayed until very late in the game. Like, I'll give you an example of what I mean. Itachi takes out his entire family because he finds out that they want to destroy the Leaf Village. Okay, where was the indication of that? Where did we see any indication of that? Could we have seen any kind of sign that the Uchiha were causing trouble or being dipshits? Sure, they had a sense of superiority, but the Hyuga have a sense of superiority. Are they next to take over the Leaf Village? And then there's other moments where it's like, the Sharingan was played up at, like, for example, when they first introduced the Hyuga, when they introduced the Byakugan, Kakashi says, the Sharingan was modeled after the Byakugan. No, it wasn't. We find out later that that's bullshit, but whatever. But the Byakugan has a more complete visual capability than the Sharingan. No, it doesn't, because the Sharingan can do everything the Byakugan can do, and more.
Commander,
every time, and this is what I hate about the Uchiha. I think this is what I hate the most about it. And Uchiha has nothing to lose. And Uchiha has nothing to lose. If they get into a pinch, don't worry, their Sharingan will find a way out for them. Even if it breaks every aspect of the lore and every aspect of common sense, don't worry, Sharingan got you, buddy. Do you need to open? Are you trapped inside a literal meat wall that's about to destroy you? Don't worry, we got black fire to burn your way out. You about to go up against a giant monster? Don't worry, you can summon a giant spectral warrior body armor to protect you. What's that? You need to control a tail beast? Don't worry, the Sharingan can do that for you. You can control a tail beast. What's that? You're about to be hit by a certain death jutsu that's going to kill you for sure? Don't worry, you can turn reality into an illusion and escape death no problem. What's that? You need to control the literal demigod of the world, and that's actually the 10-tailed beast, the culmination of all the tail beasts in the world? Don't worry, the Sharingan handles all that too. Nothing you can do can stop a Sharingan loser unless, and I did say Sharingan loser intentionally because they are all losers, you can only beat them if the plot allows you to beat them. That's the problem. You can only beat them if the plot allows you to beat them. And here's the funniest part. I found this out only a few months ago when I was rewatching Naruto to get some information on it. I found out that each individual Sharingan is unique. Like, it's not just that the Sharingan can copy jutsu. Every individual Sharingan has a unique trait to it or an ability to it. I'm sorry, what the fuck? Is that the case? Is that the case with Byakugan too? Is every individual Byakugan special? Jesus Christ, I guess that there is no point in training, is there? All you gotta do is just have the right set of eyes. It's not that Itachi is well trained or a prodigy or a master ninja. No, he just got born with the right eyes. No. This whole idea of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, becoming a great ninja, becoming a great warrior because of your own merits and your own capabilities is horseshit when you establish, oh, but it was all given to you. There's nothing special about the Uchiha, because the only thing special about them is their eyes. You take away those stupid eyes, what have they got? There's nothing unique about them. You know, I can say this about Naruto. You put aside all of the Destiny bullshit, he's actually an endearing character. Sure, he's annoying at times, he's bratty, but so are other characters in anime. And you get behind them because of their gumption, their can-do attitude, their desire to keep pushing. The Uchiha, though, there's nothing endearing about any of them other than Itachi. He's the only one who's unique because he's the only one who's not an emo dipshit. The Uchiha are fucked. And what I love about all of them, I think this is my favorite thing about the Uchiha. I already said the thing I hate. Here's my favorite thing. Each one of them, again, with the exception of Itachi, each one of them has the stupidest motivation to do what they do. Madara wants to take over the world. Why? I guess because he wants to. He wants to prove that they're the best. Yeah, that's a great motivation. I love that. Remember how Thanos wanted to destroy half the galaxy because, you know, he just wants to. That's so clever. Obito wants to plunge the world in eternal illusion. Why? Because he misses his girlfriend that he never really confessed to. That's... what great motivation right there. I miss my girlfriend. Let me doom the entire fuck you world. That's such a good idea. Sasuke wants to kill his brother because he killed his family. A reasonable motivation. I could get behind that motivation until it's revealed to him literally. Itachi says, hey dude, you gotta understand what really happened. I killed our family because of this and this and this and this reason. Oh, that makes total sense. All right, man, cool, peace out. Awesome. I better go destroy the village that my brother wanted to protect. Why do you want to do that, Sasuke? Because I'm an idiot. I'm paraphrasing, of course. He might as well have said that for all I gave a shit.
moving.
That was beautiful.
Just, the Uchiha, to me, embody everything wrong with Naruto. Bullshit powers that make no sense. Motivations that have no relation to reality. And absolutely no connectivity between my interests, well, an audience's interests, and the narrative. The Uchiha exists to be the MacGuffin Ninja Clan. Well, how was that?
That was glorious. And as a fellow, I don't want to say hater of Naruto because there are still certain it's like I say, it's anime Harry Potter. It's like, there's a special part of it in my heart because I enjoyed it as a child.
For sure.
But I keep seeing, like, the more I pay attention to Naruto, the more I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, that don't add up.
That's what gets me. That's what gets me. We should find some more stuff for rants. This was funny. Dude, I do these all the time. The problem is people stopped asking for rants. For some reason, no, true story, whenever I do For Honor Fridays, whenever I get to breach mode, I always say, guys, it's breach mode time. I'm playing bots. I'm not locked in. If you want me to rant about something, get me to rant. No one does it anymore. So I don't know why you chose Lark streams to have me do that.
I don't know, but hey, I'm here for it. It is. I enjoy it because, like, I have a lot of the same gripes, but you, being the better speaker of the two of us, can put it into words much nicer and keep it impassioned.
Well, here's the funny thing. Much like the Space Wolves,
I
noticed that a lot of people come to the defense of the Uchiha, but they come at it with half-ass reasoning. Because quite often what they do, and this is the typical defense of both Uchiha and Space Wolves, they go, yeah, well, what about... And then they point out some other bullshit thing. And here's my response. Yeah, that's bullshit. But by acknowledging that this is also bullshit, you need to acknowledge the Uchiha are bullshit. Raven, I'm going to create a protagonist that is the chosen one to lose, so everything he achieves is to throw his own power and every win hurts him like hell. That's your typical isekai protagonist. Isekai protagonists are usually made to be weaker than everyone else, but they use their unlikely capability to pull off wins. So, I mean, like, for example, what was that one? The Re one. ReZero?
Yeah.
ReZero is a good example of that. His power is absolutely abysmal. His ability is basically he can't, when he dies, and he does die, he comes back to life at a certain point before he would have died.
Great.
And he sometimes has to die again and again and again and again until he figures out what he's doing wrong or what he can do to defeat the bad guy. And sometimes it takes him dozens of deaths to figure it out. Like, you know how Doctor Strange in his movie had to die a bunch of times to that galactic magic monstrosity?
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, it was funny, but it's kind of the same thing. ReZero goes through that too, so it's kind of the same concept. Can you rant about the Predators and Killers of Killers if you've seen the movie? Here's the thing about Predator and Killer of Killers. I don't mind the Predators in that. What I mind is the ending. The ending of Killers of Killers. If you wanted to tell a 3-part anthology series about Predators fighting different warrior groups in history, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with it. In fact, the Samurai one I thought was probably the best one of the 3.
Democracy isn't done
but
yet.
The ending, where they had these 3 brought to the Predator planet to fight each other and then fight their king, that doesn't make any sense in what we know about the Predators. But I'll be real, it's hard for me to rant about that because I don't know nearly as much about Predator lore. So I'm going to make a fool out of myself if I rant about that and get a lot of stuff.
How do you miss with a grenade?
I don't know.
But hey, I'm glad they did.
Raven, rant about lawn hair and short hair? Why? I don't have a clue.
When we say give us something to rant about, it has to be something that we actually can rant about.
Yeah, we've got to know about the topic at hand, and we've got to have a strong
opinion on it.
Yeah, like you can't just say rant about random topic and I'm going to know what to say. Like it's got to be something I'm familiar with.
Oh, come on!
Raven, I managed to piss off the whole team because they don't know how to play Dominion, and I beat them in like a 41 thoughts. That's awesome. Glad you did that. That's sick.
We have to expect our soldiers
But
to
they're
feel
also
the strain of combat eventually.
Oh, no question.
We just
they
have to give
exist.
them enough
And what
time
bothers
to
me
recover
about the
properly.
isekai protagonists who are stupidly overpowered is they did nothing to earn it. That's what gets me. Isekai, for the most part, is just power fantasy. That's why I like writing my own isekai, New Epic, where it was not a power fantasy. It was a legit post-apocalyptic dystopian nightmare. Like that, I thought that I was cheating the system. The problem was everyone heard my story and said, "That's weird, Raven. This is weird." And I'm like, "Okay, I won't work on it anymore." So I stopped working on it.
Who cares about well-done steaks? Who wants a well-done steak?
We were talking about steak.
Yeah, because one of the things they were said to rant about was like rant about well-done steaks.
Oh well, they suck. Hands over. They're terrible.
It's more of the thing. It's just
if you order well-done steak, you might as well be ordering shoe leather. Do I have any issues with modern Dragon Ball? Yes, I do. Which is why I haven't watched it, so I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, well, this part is bad and that part is bad." I just don't watch it anymore. After a certain point in Super, I stopped caring. Like, I really stopped caring after a certain point in Super. But yeah, when I wrote New Epic, I was very much. I thought, Lark, and you can correct me on this since you've read New Epic and you thought it was good. I assume you think it was good.
Yeah.
I thought that what I was creating was an interesting take on the concept of isekai.
I thought so too, because I do like the idea of like, hey, the world is changing, not just one person shoved into a fantasy world, and so that's the thing. Because I have like come up with several ideas for isekai, because here's what gets me. I really enjoy the concept of isekai.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do. Like, you can go back, like, Mark Twain wrote it. You could argue The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is isekai.
Yeah, probably. You could argue Superbook is isekai.
Yeah, you could. And the thing is, it's such an interesting avenue for a lot of really creative stories.
Yeah.
And yet, the majority of them are either going to be overpowered fanfic crap, or gooner crap, or worse, both.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you can't win. Now, Teddy, don't let me down. Thank you, Teddy.
Raven, don't stop working on things that you like working on, man. Hate is well, Tired, here's the thing about that. If you work on a project and you have other projects besides that, you have to prioritize the ones that get the most attention. And at the time that I was working on New Epic, I had other stories at the time that were getting way more attention and way more love. And New Epic was not getting any of that. So I had to prioritize what I would. And when I asked people what they didn't like about New Epic, they just said it's just weird. And so I said, okay.
But yeah, the concept. It's like, well, that's the thing. Concepts are easy to come up with. What I did like about the New Epic, though, was just like the idea of like, because it's set up to be a good anthology series, but like the initial story that it did is like you have these people struggling with the fact that do I resist the urges of my transformation? Do I just go whole hog into it? What does that look like? How are people coping with their different transformations? How does family dynamics change? Because, well, not everybody changed to be the same thing.
It's overpowered gooner crap.
Oh no, they're referencing what I said about isekai.
Oh.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like when you get into the isekai, the whole premise is, if it's a guy, they're going to go into a world filled with a bunch of cute girls, and either they're going to romance them all, or it's going to be a harem where it's like, will they, won't they, for whichever one, and the one that you think is probably the most deserving doesn't get it because she has short hair and isn't a maid. And I'm sorry, still not over ReZero. Or if there's a woman getting isekai'd, she's probably been reincarnated as the villainess,
or something,
and she's not going to be the villainess this time, and instead going to solve all of the problems immediately just by not being an asshole, and then everyone likes her.
Well, quite often, here's the difference. Isekai for men is quite often meant to be a power fantasy for young boys or young men who want attention, who want their odd interests, like be it fantasy or guns or what have you. They're basically going to be reincarnated into a world where they are the heroes of the story. They're overpowered, they get all the girls, they beat all the bad guys, they're awesome. Women in isekai want to have the luxurious life they've always wanted, but the world isn't going to give it to them easy, so their whole story is about them having a lot of power and using it to try to fix their lives so that they can have a happier life. So guys want the attention and power they've always wanted. Girls are going to want the luxury they've always wanted. Like, you can see a perfect example of that in the beginning episodes of Life is Tough for Moms. When you look at the two characters. One just wants a quiet life, but isn't afraid of using his power to get his way. The other, she literally just wants a cushy life, and she's willing to exploit the system to get it. That's what we see. Working on Renew Epic, it's online.
There's an isekai manga where the dude is a farmer on the top floor of a dungeon. Dude doesn't have a harem, but he just farms. Yeah, and there's some that are just weird, like, hey, I got reincarnated as a vending machine, and I'm like, Japan, you can make a story out of anything, can't you? Doesn't mean it's good, just means you can.
Well, anyway, unless y'all have anything else for me to rant or go off about, I'll leave y'all to it.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Let me know. I'll be around.
Always watching. Ah, crap, of course you gotta reload, Teddy. Go ahead and at least weaken him up for me, would you? Teddy?
I'm a prize fool.
As long as you are aware of the situation. Go ahead and take him out, please. I gotta save some stories. They're like, why is the Holy Roman Empire such a clusterfuck? Games like CK often portray it as a unified nation. EU is a little bit better in portraying it being decentralized, but it's still inaccurate. Honestly, it kind of depends on who's in charge, like who's the Holy Roman Emperor, what era it is, because we all know the joke from Voltaire, like, the Holy Roman Empire is not holy, not Roman, and not an empire. Like, we all get that joke, we all love that joke, and at the time of Voltaire, that was certainly true. However, there was once upon a time where it was holy, it was Roman, and it was an empire. But that time has long since passed. That's by the time Voltaire rolls around. That's part of the reason why it's a little bit more unified in CK and Crusader Kings than it is in... Because, here's the thing. The Holy Roman Emperor, or Empire, is not an empire in the traditional sense of it, because its concept is kind of weird, because you have multiple different ethnicities, multiple different cultures, languages, that all reside, the predominant one being German. But you also have, like, Northern Italy that's involved, you have a little bit of French that's involved in there, a little bit of, like, Czech, all this other stuff. So you got a lot going on in there. And so with that, sometimes there's going to be a little bit of unity if you have a guy that's capable enough to have it all unified under one, like Frederick Barbarossa. He had a little bit of an easier time because he kind of like threw his weight around in conquest. However, the other issue being is you start throwing some monkey wrenches in the operation. Like, for example, Protestantism. When the Protestant Reformation breaks out, you have half the Holy Roman Empire that goes Protestant, half that stays Catholic, and that marks a huge divide amongst the Holy Roman Emperors. Then you also have electors of the Holy Roman Emperor that aren't even predominantly in Germany anymore. Like, the King of England for a long time was a electorate of the Holy Roman Emperor. And so that leads into a problem, because it's an elected monarchy. And so there's a whole heck of a lot of reasons why it can be a little messy. Can you get both of them? Yes, you can. Who's your favorite person in history that you recruited? Probably Godfrey of Bouillon. He's pretty good. Shame I don't have him with me. He'd be kind of useful, but then again, problem is with melee characters, even Templars on Mutons, if you send a melee character up to them and try and have them slice, they will automatically parry it and just beat the crap out of you. It is so annoying to see happen. Let's see. Preferably, I'd like you to kill the Muton, because I don't want him throwing a grenade out. Kill him, please.
What is this about? Tough beast.
So are we actually saving civvies, or do they have a gun? They have guns, but they have been shooting for shit. This playthrough might be cursed or something, because... Woo! It has not been coming up well for me a lot of the time. Let's see if Sagaja we can get a good shot in. Ah, there's another Muton. I thought there was only one. Oh, I'll try and weaken the Berserker.
Need to reload.
Oh, and this wouldn't be a retaliation mission if we didn't have a faceless pop-up. Was the Holy Roman Empire dissolved to prevent Napoleon from getting it? It was dissolved in large part because the last reigning emperor kind of... Are you serious that you're still going after the civvies? But it was dissolved in large part because he realized it really wasn't a thing anymore. Prussia and Austria had become far too different. The other German states barely listened to the emperor as is, and of course you use a fucking No. I hate mutons. We are going back. We are going back. Save scum operation. I hate mutons. Because I know for damn sure it's like, oh hey, I'm gonna use a grenade. Because let me just frick up your day. You know, no, we're gonna save scum even more by going back before Hattori Hanzo was killed. I don't care how many cities have to die. Like the 31st guy in Eldar, yeah, pretty much Dr. Cal. Have you ever watched or played the Fate series? If you mean the Fate Stay Night, I haven't never played any of the games. I have tried to watch Fate Stay Night and Fate Stay Night Ultimate Blade Works on a couple occasions, but for the life of me, I can't get into it. I really can't get into it. I don't know why, because like you think it would be like engineered for someone like me, but I guess not. I guess that just ain't how the cookie crumbles. Move up, and I'm gonna have you reload because I know things gonna get hairy up there.
Yeah.
Operation Scumming Savior. Hey, whatever works. Am I right, fellas? All right. Yeah. Why are all your troops named after historical figures? That's because it's kind of a little thing I do. Because there's realistically 3 ways you can play, well, 2 ways you can play XCOM. You can either name and customize all your characters after your friends and family, which I have done before, but I don't want to, like, out their personal names out on here. And the other way to do it is just make up your own characters as you go. And as interesting as it would be to just go, hey, I'm going to customize and make my own Canadian, or I'm going to make my own South African, or whatever, I thought, why don't I take inspiration from actual history? And so I call this idea the idea, history shall save us. Basically, the concept is, aliens are attacking. It's already out there. Why not have historical figures come back to life and try and save us out as, you know, operators? Because, you know, why not?
Keep her moving.
Cyrus. Sacagawea. Get up there.
What about here?
What do you think about Highlander? The movie or the Class and For Honor?
Entendido, en movimiento.
Alright, I want you up there, buddy.
Whoa.
Or can you write about Magic the Gathering getting rid of some species because of wokeness? I didn't know Magic the Gathering was. I knew that D&D was getting rid of some of... My big beef with Magic the Gathering was what they did to Lord of the Rings. How basically, like, the majority of the human characters that got cards, like, oh, we have to make them black. Why would you just... Because we just have to. It's like, instead of, maybe picking some of the others or making it just... No, we just can't sell Lord of the Rings and have them be predominantly what Tolkien described them as. It grates on me, it does.
I'll take the 4. I'll use my own judgment. Be careful!
Oh, there's no way he's going to hit this. He's probably going to hit a city more than he, before he hits that. Oh! Look at you, Cyrus!
Eso no me gusta.
That guy's still dead, though, but, hey! I just got mad at one. But, yeah, like, I have a Lord of the Rings card because I traded for it, but I refuse to buy a Lord of the Rings set, even though the decks are really good. Because I got buddies that play them, and they are stupid effective. Like, I have a buddy who uses a Treebeard deck, and that thing, the way he cracks for food, good lord. On more than one occasion, I'm like, I like, you're a dear friend to me. I think we've all had that moment if we've played Magic the Gathering. You're like, buddy, you're a dear friend to me. I would probably take a bullet for you, but right now, the way you're playing that deck, I want to throttle you. We have all had that moment. And people have had that experience with me because I play Mothman. If you know, you know. I was saying, yeah. So what happened in D&D is they are getting rid of See, now you guys are shooting well. they got rid of half races, like half elf and half orc. And they also changed it from races to species, which I think is dumb. Because we all knew what it was, no one was upset about it, but they decided they just had to be, because that's why. But, what are you going to do? Can you... Oh, you got a good shot on any of them? Shoot, man. Shoot your shot, buddy. Let's see what happens. Oh! Right in the giblets. I can't play that with my brother. Yeah. But yeah, so they got rid of half elves and half orcs because, like, the idea is like, hey, they're half-breeds. It's like we don't want anybody to think that, like, you know, they're less or, like, human is the standard or whatever. It shames the idea of actually being half-race. And so, to make sure people aren't shaming half-races, they got rid of half-races. Imagine, if you will, this is like, hey, we want to show that we respect interracial children, so to make sure nobody makes fun of them, we have excluded interracial children. It's like, oh, wow. It's like, that's so freaking dumb. And this is coming from a guy who plays half-elf. I have played half-elf, I have played half-orc. I was like, okay, fine, guess what? Lore's not changing. That's one of the nice things about D&D, though. Because if they say, hey, we're going to do X, like, we're changing X, you can just go, well, my table, no, we are not. We're keeping it alive! Now I gotta figure out what's the... you were who I killed last time. Get up there. See if you can shoot him. He's the one? Oh no, he just spotted me. Yeah, come out here and stop attacking the Sith. Okay, just stay in there then. Be a whiny little bitch. Finally, he's dead.
Eliminado.
History figures going into the future to save this something. So this XCOM Bill and Ted Bungus journey. Hey, call it whatever you like, as long as it's effective. Yeah, no, I ain't risking that because I know dang well what would happen. Vittori Hanzo.
Count me in.
See if I can get you in there. Oh, come on! I was trying to avoid you. I'm about to get swarmed. Problem is, like, it takes so much to put these morons down. And each one of these idiots has a grenade. And even with my advanced weaponry, I'm not making too much of a dent. What's the play here? Orcs are funny green guys who just want a good crumpin'. Yeah, you can have it. Never in my life did I look at an orc and think, this is obviously a back person and personally offended. They look like an orc and say, this little monster is clearly a black person. Yeah, Raven did a very good response to extra credits talking about that issue. I was like, we're not the ones who looked at orcs and said those are black people. You did that. We appreciated them as their own unique thing, but you just couldn't help yourself. All right, you can shoot. See if you can whittle him down. All right, good shooting, good shooting.
Let's reload.
All right, let's go ahead and finish you off if I can. Run and gun, baby.
Gonna have to go after him. Need a better angle.
This is almost guaranteed. Watch me get a crit fail on this. There we go. You gotta do a reverse psychology jinx there.
He's dead.
I'm mad that they made half-dragons a monster race that are more minions. I prefer half-dragons from the Children of the Dragon book. It's on D&D Beyond. They look like dragon-human hybrids. Oh, cool. I don't think I have that book on D&D Beyond.
Roger.
Okay. Hey, would you guys mind running him the frick away? Because he's just gonna punch you guys again. Told you. Owen Wood, I warned you. Orcs or green monsters for some reason have a Cockney English Southerners. Yeah, what the? I hate you and your grenades. Alright, he's okay. He's still alive. And you had to be a thing. Oh, but he's just bleeding out. We can save him. We can save him. You really had to pick now to reload. Oh, are you gonna shoot? You gonna shoot? That's right. If you can just take him out, I can focus on the others. Please. I need you guys to come in clutch here. Orcs are, in fact, football hooligans, and I'm glad we all understand that. Remember, extra credits was the first to introduce it. Well, extra credits didn't outright say orcs were black, but they strongly implied it. Yeah, because they got this guy, like, something Mendez Hose or whatever his name was, to, like, co-author and talk about, like, how, oh, like, this is obviously, like, coded for, like, you know, minorities and other stuff, and I'm just like, you realize you can have, like, actual minorities in D&D. Like, you can have someone play a human and be black or Hispanic or whatever in D&D, or, like, an equivalent to it, but no, they don't think about that. Alright, Shinobi, you need to... Let's see, what do we do? We got... I got 3 of these dang things, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to get rid of them. I think you might have to go first. Let's actually check. No. Where's my sniper? There's my sniper. Teddy, I'm begging you here. That's my boy.
What you been eating?
I'm so proud of him. Alright. Shinobi. Get over here. Finish the job. Alright. Good stuff.
Well, on to the next triumph. As long as I have my arm and my brush, I can make do.
Alright, I want you to get over here.
It's a bright summer day.
Start whittling him down. How? He's right there! You literally, all you have to do is accuracy by volume! How did you miss that?
Just getting warmed up.
My brother was writing a story where the orcs are Viking inspired, and I can't see the green guys anything else for the more Elder Scrolls maybe see orcs as, but never have I seen black on them. I don't know how you got orcs as Jews, because actually the fantasy race that's typically coded with them because of Tolkien would actually be the dwarves, because he very much believed they were, because he very much took a lot of inspiration from the Jewish people when creating the dwarves, and a lot of their traditions can actually be traced back to that. And, you know, you could have just died for me there, Mr. Muton.
Nailed that one.
I wouldn't have been upset if you had, you know. And as far as you stabilize that
Life
mofo.
saving and non-habit forming.
Alright, he's unconscious, but he's still kicking. Or, your duty is not done, brother. Get in there. He's probably going to die because I'm doing this, but hey. Rise! Rise! Hell yes! Coming in clutch. Alright, but let's get you over in good cover, because they're going to target you like nobody's business. But we can at least kill one. Let's see how you like the grenade. Yuck. And then there was one. Oh, he had loot. Well, that's a bummer. Anyway. Oh, he's gonna want to smack him. Oh no, he's just gonna. Oh, yep. You just killed Jan Sobieski. I had plans for him. Oh, that was my favorite poll. I hate how good the mutons are in a melee. Hey, Ian. Glad to have you back. Good shooting there, Tex. work on it. You know, when they miss, I'm not quite as mad because, like, you know, they're not supposedly as trained, you know, all that jazz. But, let's see. Reload. Oh, you have a free reload? Oh, gosh, I would have used that last time if I had known. And you only have a 50%. We're changing this to a 100% chance. Yeah, Jan Sobieski, we will remember him fondly. Now I gotta think of another Polish person I can throw in. Let's see, who's the hero of the Polish-Soviet War? Teddy, be a pal. Save the day. Nice.
Who's next?
Oh, right, he's still a thing. Hey there, Rabute. Well, the Orcs and Elder Scrolls are pariah people, worship a harsh but fair, loving God, and Orsinium has been sacked and rebuilt multiple times. Keep in mind that I'm a Jew by heritage. Ah, that's true. Interesting. I thought about it like that, but I suppose you could do these. I suppose you could use the analogs there. Alright. No point in carrying him. Let's see. Reload.
I can do it.
See if I can get eyes on him.
Last one in gets to grease my gear.
Yeah, the goop is back.
Life-saving and...
Yeah, heal him up. I'd like to only have one dot. Man, I have... Last few missions, I have not gotten through without at least one of my guys dying. And those filthy mutons are to blame.
Right.
Oh, that's a door? Please do not hurt her. Oh, you... I didn't know you were in range to strike, Cyrus. Well, now you guys got coordinated.
Menace 1-5, you secured the remaining
Primary
civilians. and
subject
there are
is
no other
kill for war
hostile
discussion or
contracts
Elder
on the
Scrolls
scope.
today. Oh, we've
Good
been
work
bouncing
out
all
there.
around. Yeah, again, only a good mission because 3 wounded, 1 dead, only 1 came out unscathed. Thankfully, it was the specialist, but
Advent officials revealed today's
crap.
maneuver
That
by
was a
teachers
far
was a
rougher
planned
mission than
exercise.
I think it should have
Since
been.
it
But the
should
fact that
not
all of them
be
were
alarmed.
mutons and
All
berserkers,
weapon
minus the
fire
one
and
faceless,
wounds
just
was
because those
simulated
guys are
to
so
better train
tanky.
Advent forces.
They are so tanky that even with a full squad with good weapons, it takes so long to get through them all. I was watching TSS lore and I was wondering why the Tribunal responded poorly to Degathur's defeat by the Neverine. Because basically their time was over, if I'm remembering correctly. Because the Neverine, because keep in mind, for a long time the gods of the immortal in our hearts, yes he is, and I knew what's I think, but the Neverine. I wish my buddy was here to tell you about this because he knows that lore inside and out. But the idea is like they were the Tribunal was filling in as the gods of the Dark Elf people. They did that, and that's kind of what made them the Dark Elves become the Dark Elves, the Dwemer people. Then, but with the Neverine doing what he did, their time as gods are now pretty much over, and so the Dark Elves are now have transitioned back into worshiping the original Daedric Tribunal, which is Azura, Boethia, and then I forget the third one. Something with an M. Field Medic, yes, you are going to need that. Run and gun, you need it. 26 days! Good lord. I need to get an infirmary built stat. Long launch, return fire. You're gonna be a gunslinger, boy.
Hello, Commander.
I have 8 available. Of course you're tired. Of course you are. Anyone else gonna be ready? Okay, Godfrey Bouillon will be ready in a few days. That's in a day.
You've done a hell of a job keeping this ship together.
It's all we've got. And I know the aliens aren't happy about losing one of their own.
I doubt they thought anyone could get this heap airborne again.
I'm more than happy to prove them wrong.
Of course.
Whew. Alright.
Word of your exploits spreads among the desperate masses of humanity.
Oh, I got a training center built. That'll be handy. Why did I build this instead of an infirmary?
Commander, this facility will allow our soldiers to train together to improve their bonds, while also putting the knowledge they've gained in combat towards learning new abilities.
There. Now you're juiced. He's a ninja, so he's got to have that ability. They named George Washington Paladin? I mean, this kind of goes hard, but that's not what I would have picked for him. Thing is, one of the best parts about the training center is what it does is it allows you to give them the other give them more abilities that they otherwise wouldn't be able to, which is awesome. Teddy, what can I give you? Nothing good yet. How about you? What do I got? I already checked you. Louis Capet, what can I get you? Alright. I think Trula got mad because to defeat Dagoth and they destroyed the heart of Lorcan. Yeah, that's correct. You're correct about that. And since I just lost a grenadier...
I appreciate you recruiting new staff for the engineering team, but as it stands, we have people still waiting for an assignment. We can have them working on construction, excavation, or staffing a facility.
Oh, that's right. Let's get that sped up a great deal. 13, baby.
Strategic resource located.
Alright, that's good. Let's see, who do we have ready to go? Lark, how powerful would Morgoth be in Skyrim? Obscenely. Because you gotta keep in mind, Morgoth was like a huge, I think if I remember correctly, he was like second only to Erubator, but of course that was when he was Melkor. But regardless, Morgoth was a huge threat. And so, I think the only one that might be able to deal with him would be like Sithis. That's assuming he can be bothered. Let's see, ready. Okay. I think we're ready to try giving it a shot. I better go before they throw another stupid thing like another guerrilla tactics or whatnot. We're blowing this thing up. Or rather, stealing what's there.
Western United States.
Oh, and it caused a meteor to slam into a city, killing hundreds of thousands of dark elves. Don't sweat the small stuff. Alright. Got a Reaper. That's good. You got your meds. That is also good. Bonus to aim. You're going to need that. Also, I want to see if I can boost that weapon real quick. Advanced laser sight. Is it too much to ask for a scope? Fine. I'm giving you an advanced stock, so even when you miss, you don't. Oh, that's right, I get two. that's going to be pointless. Free insta-kills. I'm counting on you, Teddy. Alright. Let's go for it. Best race besides Nords and Argonians. I know this might be controversial. I'm partial to Imperial. I also like Breton. Depends what. If I'm just going for like a standard sort of like fighter or something like that, sort of jack of all trades, Imperial's great. If you want to go mage or something, Breton is amazing. Then again, Redguard is also very good for sort of a jack of all trades build. Depends. Do you want a jack of all trades in light armor, or do you want a jack of all trades in heavy armor? Lark, Railroad, Space Wolves, Uchiha. You have to side and fight for one of them. Pick.
Our
Oh
contacts in
gosh.
the local resistance have shown us how to access.
Well, Railroad's definitely out because they're
The aliens
insufferably
worked hard to keep this
annoying.
place under the radar, and we
I
don't
think
know
I'm gonna
what
have to
we're
pick.
find in
This
there.
might surprise
Keep your
everyone. Like,
heads
as much
up.
as they irritate me, I think I'm gonna have to pick Space Wolves because, as much as they irritate me, I like what they're a part of. The Imperium's fun to me. Whereas the Uchiha, the Leaf Village, the Uchiha is stupid, and furthermore, the Leaf Village is stupid. Why do I want to be strapped to a sinking ship? Not to mention, with the Space Wolves, I have access to Exterminatus capabilities. So, and not to mention, I could reform the Space Wolves. I could go, hey guys, what if we stop being a bunch of hypocritical douchebags? What if we try to get that old Lehman back so we could get us on the right track again? What do you say, fellas?
We've confirmed the black site is in your immediate vicinity.
Yes, it
Infiltrate
is.
and
It's right
investigate
over
the
there.
area. Expect heavy resistance. Neutralize all hostile contacts.
I thought that Chosen was showing up, but don't worry, I'm sure one of them will. Because this is a very important site.
There's no easy way
I do like
past.
that we started on top of the building, though. That makes things a little bit easier.
That settles it.
What makes the Leaf Village stupid? Well, to be fair, it's not entirely the Leaf Village. It's every shinobi village in that world. Because, let me put it to you this way. If you if you were in sort of like a quasi-feudal society, what are you going to train your soldiers, your primary soldiers with? What is going to be their primary weapon of choice? What do you equip them to increase their odds on the battlefield? Why don't you think about that? Now, some of you might be thinking, swords, maybe spears, or we're kind of going for stealth, maybe a short stabbing sword of some kind. Maybe if you're going for range, you might go, maybe a bow, maybe a crossbow, maybe a sling if you really want to get kind of creative with it, but probably not a fling. Maybe a blowgun. Ooh, that'd be fancy. Would you pick a farming equipment that is not weighted to be thrown as your primary weapon, and then proceed to throw that for everything? There's a reason why, if they're not a named character in Naruto, and sometimes even the named characters, when they get into fights, they just jump around and throw kunai. And that's why I dub them the kunai jumper. Are you a real fighter, or are you just a kunai jumper that's going to jump around and, dare I say, throw kunai? Because that's all they ever do. Jump around, throw kunai.
Yep.
Let's go!
Anything I missed?
They were asking me, basically saying, it was like, you have to join one to destroy the other. The Railroad, the Space Wolves, or the Uchiha, and I said, I'd rather join the Space Wolves. Because at least I'm with the Imperium, and that's cool. The Railroad's just dumb, and the Uchiha are part of the Leaf Village, which is dumb. And they're like, how's the Leaf Village dumb? And I was like, well, let's think about that. Their primary, they get their income from producing grade A mercenaries. That's essentially what they are. And these grade A mercenaries only know how to jump around real good and throw kunai knives. But there's other jutsu that they know. Really? That would be real cool to see it.
Yeah, the only people who ever use jutsu are the primary clans.
Yeah, and that comes into a story, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, the more you analyze it, the more questions you have. Because, think about the Chunin exams. All the cool stuff you saw with the Chunin exams. Is there a single Chunin that we see during that whole fight scene that could stand a candle to any of the named Genin that actually appear in the tuning exams? No. So you have to ask the question, how did these tuning pass the exam if they're always this hard?
No, I just heard you mention the Space Wolves, and I was like, oh, did they request another rant?
No, they got me going. I wish Kishimoto didn't hate Lee as much and made him full character. Speaking of Lee, Dr. Cal, I'm glad you brought him up, because there's something I want you to think about. Mike Guy and Rock Lee are maybe the most devastating weapons the Leaf Village has. By just going straight and specking everything into taijutsu, they became absolute demons. Mike Guy was able to go toe-to-toe with Madara Uchiha and all of his bullshit I bullshit powers and basically say, no, activate Final Instinct and just bum rush him into oblivion. Why is he not training every child? Imagine if you, instead of going, hey, we're going to learn how to do the clone jutsu, which only one of you will ever use. Or, hey, we're going to learn how to throw shuriken real good. Why don't you just have my guy in there going, like, we are going to train until you drop. And then I'm going to resuscitate you so you can train some more. If everyone in the Leaf Village was just a quarter as good and as dedicated as Mike Guy or Rock Lee, the Leaf Village would be untouchable. But no, we must only kunai jump.
The Wolven get used the same way as the Blood Angel's Black Rage. No, there's a big difference between the Wolven and the Black Rage. See, the Black Rage for the Blood Angels is not something they wanted, and it is not a primary part of becoming a Blood Angel. See, to become a Blood Angel, you don't have to survive or endure the Black Rage. The Black Rage is a byproduct of a mutation in their gene seed that they hate and want to get rid of, and they don't want anyone to know about. The Black Rage is something they are deeply ashamed about and don't want people to know about, and it is a major stain on their chapter. The Wolven is not only a mutation in the gene seed of the Space Wolves, it's something you have to endure to become a Space Wolf, as in this is something you have to go through just to get through the process. You could still relapse and turn into one again, and they don't give a shit if anyone knows about it. This is not something like, oh man, I wish we could get rid of this. I wish that we could get rid of the Wolven. I'd be like, no, they don't give a shit. People say, oh, you know, the Wolven to them is just like the Black Rage or just like the Fallen. No, because the Fallen and the Black Rage are things that those chapters don't want getting out and wish that they could get rid of. The Space Wolves are like, it's just part of it, dog. Come on. That's just part of the game. So anyone who says the Wolven is not a hypocritical issue because it's just like all this other shit, no, it's way worse. The Wolven is way worse because not only is it a problem for their chapter, they don't give a shit.
All right.
Well said. But yeah. The Wolven.
Wolven was Russian roulette for Space Wolves, and how often does it not work out? Because even when you become a wolf, like even if you have a Space Wolf who succumbs and becomes a Wolven, they can still use you in battle.
Yeah, because here's the thing. And if you read Dante, and I highly encourage you to, great book, they talk about like how you become a Blood Angel, and when you wake up out of the sarcophagus, if you like can't control your instincts, they shoot you.
Yep.
They just put you down so you don't cause any problems. It's a little bit of a different thing. It's like there is a full-on risk that you could spend a year in a coffin and then wake up a monster, and instead of just going, let's figure out how to use this, they just put you down.
Yeah. So yeah. Now, anyone who says the Wolven is the same thing to the Space Wolves as the Fallen is to the Dark Angels or the Black Rages to the...
It's not true.
It's not the same. It's not the same at all.
I don't see why
the
not.
Wolven is bullshit.
Lee should have been the one to go for Madara because his whole character art is I can't use magic, but I'll be just good with hands, and proceeds to have like 2 fights where he does work. Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah. They shat on.
Lee was probably the most interesting character.
You know who else they shat on? Hinata. Hinata's whole character arc was that she wanted to rise above her timid, scared nature. She has 1 fight. And then she fights Pain and still loses. Has she had a W? Don't include filler.
Fine.
Has she actually had a W against anyone?
I see you that, and I race you 10-10. Let's see if they notice.
Are shurikens farming weapons? No.
No, shurikens aren't... I admit, those are actual weapons, but here's the thing. Shuriken are more meant to distract than they are to actually do damage. And the thing is, you might go like, yes, but if you're a skilled enough ninja, using kunai or shuriken is just a testament to your skill. It's like, that's great. Same argument against nunchucks. Why use nunchuck when stick work better? Why use kunai when, say, bow work better? Or crossbow? Or, dare I say, gun? That's another problem I have. So let me get this straight. You guys have radio headsets, movie theaters, trains, planes, and automobiles. Not really for the automobiles, but I have seen some like flying devices there. So you have all this, but you haven't figured out black powder go boom. You have bombs, so you haven't figured out black powder send projectile forward.
Well, I'll leave you to your rant now.
Thank you.
Unless they need me for another.
Until we meet again. Get him, buddy. Heck, ninjas love it. Yeah, that's my thing. Because you guys may not know this because you can't see it on YouTube anymore. Because I kid you not, it was actually copyright struck, not by like, like we just don't want anyone to see it, or we don't want it monetized. I made a video about the Hyuga clan. One of my lamentations. It's called Hyuga Hilarity. It's on BitChute if you want to see it, but that's the only place you can find it. But TV Tokyo literally had us take the video down. And they struck our channel because of it. So yeah, that does not help that does not help win me over towards Naruto a great deal. But one of the things I pointed out was, think about the Hyuga. Their big thing is they have special eyes, just like the Uchiha, but their special eyes allow them to see better than everybody else. They can see chakra points, pressure points, and they can see for literal kilometers. They are great. They have great vision. And yet they are close quarters combatants, predominantly. And I don't mind about, like, the gentle fist. I think that's cool as fuck. But here's the problem. That should not be step one. That should be step two. If they, like, you should be able to just pick people off from range. Imagine if you gave Hyugas a sniper rifle. You wouldn't even need to put on a scope. They have scopes built in. They could just wreak havoc. But no, they don't do that. Speaking of scoping shit, Teddy, send him home. That's my boy.
Men ain't nice around here.
So they pulled a Nintendo game. Yes, they did. And they should be sniper steppers. They should be. Because they'd be so freaking good. And that's one of the things I wanted with Hinata. Because imagine if she actually just, instead of like, I'm going to try and be Neji, just like Neji or just like my dad, or she said she was partially outcast because she said, I'm not good at the gentle fist, or I don't like doing the gentle fist so much. What if I specialized in using my eyes in a different way? What if I became a sniper? Because here's another thing. Historically speaking, females have made terrific snipers, just as the Soviets. Because they've had when they started putting women in combat, they noticed they made good pilots, and they made good snipers. So having Hinata spec into being something of a sniper would have been great. And also, another point, who was the guy that was able to give Neji Hyuga such a hard time? I think it's not Kitamaru, I think was his name, or is that the Bone Boy? Regardless, the spider guy, he was a marksman. He was good with his bow. He would move away and start shelling stuff at him where his gentle fist couldn't touch. That was the beauty of his thing. Had Neji been able to fight long range, he would have sniped the guy and been able to move on, and Sasuke wouldn't have been able to get away because he would have taken care of the spider so quickly. But that's the problem. They don't think about that. Here's the whole reason Naruto wanted to become Hokage is because he wanted people to have need of him in the village, and his arc concluded after Sakura screamed for him to save them. Huh? What? Oh, okay. But yeah. There should be snipers, but yeah, that's probably not why they struck it. I did use some clips. I did try and tone it down and not use, I used a lot of still images as well. But I may have made a Hyuga Nazi joke, and they took exception to that. I even pointed out this was a joke, because full spoilers. One thing I poked fun of is that in the manga, the seal that they put on the Branch family's head is a swastika. Now, obviously, it's not the Nazi swastika. It's the religious symbol from the East. That's what it is. However, I thought it was too good of a joke to pass up, so I put a Hitler speech where I put the head of the Hyuga clans over Hitler so he could go rant off and I could just put whatever subtitles I wanted. And I even put the end of this, and yes, Lark recognizes that the swastika on the Huga's head is not the same, but I thought it was too good a joke to pass up. But nope, TV Tokyo couldn't handle that. Yeah, so they gave poor Raven a strike. The one time Raven gets a strike, and it's because of my idiocy, not anything he did, and I kind of feel bad about that.
Naturally.
Spooky. Yep. Naruto should have been trained as a living nuke. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what the... And... Please. Oh!
Join me in the dark. And I will end this quickly.
1, no you won't. 2, I'm gonna kill you again, and I'm probably gonna have someone else gonna die on this fight.
The Elder's assassin, and
I mentioned the series should have really in-depth with the pain fight in the previous comment, but explaining the reason why how I could do one of your comment you wanted to be needed. You are correct, Dr. Cal. Now that I have that context, I 100% agree with you. Me and Raven both agree that actually that would have been that was the perfect place to end the series right there. Hinan had confessed to him. He finally felt needed by the village and all that. So it was a perfect place to do it. And he still could have become Hokage later on down the line. But honestly, my biggest beef with Naruto as a character is his treatment of Sasuke. I mean, your buddy just became, like, you claim, like, oh, he's my best friend. I know he's a domestic terrorist now, but you can't try and kill him because he's my best friend, even though we've never shown him ever being a good friend. Ever.
Yeah, whatever.
She isn't even thick. Huh? How long do you think a predator will survive on Catacan? It's a good question. You can't see anything from there, can you? That's a bummer. Let's see if you move over here. Let's see if we can get you. No. Gotta go and start moving you. Bummer. But I'm gonna say probably not very long. Because, again, the Predator versus one thing on Catacan, Predator's going to win. But it's just the multitude of things on Catacan. Because keep in mind, it's a planet full of, like, dangerous crap and Rambos. As mentioned before, I bet you and Raven would enjoy the fan-written series. The sagas of Bjorn the Fell-Handed. Bjorn is increasingly hateful of his own chapter of time. Very enjoyable read. Oh, I might have to look into that. Skeletor's wife. Wait, Lark, can't you redo the video? I could. I don't think I have the file anymore, but I have the script somewhere, so I could, in theory, do it. The problem is, though, if I were to redo it, I wouldn't have any clips whatsoever. It would all be still images. I wouldn't even use audio. And the thing is, that might get it. But one, it's not worth me to go back and do it. Because I don't want to risk giving Raven another strike on his channel, particularly since this is now his one of his primary sources of income. I can't do that to him. That's not fair to him. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and redo it and upload it on my actual channel, so that if they want to throw copyright strikes, they can throw it at me, and I can just say, great, I don't care. Because I don't directly make money off of that channel, but
all right then.
But again, if you do want to see it, I put it. Raven uploaded on BitChute.
Don't mind me.
Ooh, we found friends. Catachan is space Australia. You're not wrong. Though the Catacans themselves are ironically based off of Vietnam era Marines and U.S. troops. Let's see, Louis. How far can you shoot that grenade? Pretty darn far.
Yes, my friend.
Fire up into the air, big boy. And you are on the wrong side of the map.
Naturally.
When the trees start speaking Catacan, when the trees start speaking barking toad.
The gift of psionic power will do nothing to slow your demise, Templar.
Hush, I'm thinking.
Helldiver, reporting for duty.
Ooh. Oh, I need to do combat protocol over there, not on that schlub. No fun. Get into Overwatch then. Oh, wow, just immediately fire then, why don't you? I would have liked it better if you hit. Please don't throw a grenade. I just asked you not to!
That forsaken leg slowing me down!
Their wounds will quicken the march to death. What will you do when they can no longer fight? Their blood is
I'm gonna save Scum. That's what I'm gonna do. I have more power than you have any idea. Do not kill him. If you kill him, and we are reloading. I've lost too many men. I ain't doing it again. Speaking of the Devil Dogs, is Chesty Puller gonna make an appearance? He is now. If I get another American sniper, I'm gonna name Carlos Halfcock. Just gonna go down the fat electrician list and see which one I choose. Alright. So now that we know where they are, because secret insider knowledge...
Yeah, whatever.
Come on! Well, I'm ready.
There is much to do.
Alright. And Veilguard, why?
Like the dogs.
How to kill it in time. I was hoping it would be far enough away you wouldn't see. That's gonna be a problem. Need to make them far enough away that they're not tempted to use a grenade, because if they just shoot, I have a much better chance of survival. Get over there.
I'm on it.
But yeah, Veilguard, and here's the thing, because like Inquisition was already kind of controversial when they first when they released that, but I still liked it. But Veilguard, I don't know what they were thinking. I heard a rumor like one developer said like, yeah, the higher up said that they thought that players would just eat whatever slot we threw at them, and I'm just like, come on guys, you should know better. Alright.
I don't mind.
Since I know you guys are going to be all frag happy, might as well join the party. Kind of like 4 to Halo 5. Yeah, here's the thing. 4 was entirely unnecessary, but it wasn't bad. 5 was just stupid. Fire went woke long before Veilguard. Yeah, I know, but thing is, like, there were bits and pieces of wokeness in something like Inquisition, but it was, and you're still using grenades. That wasn't as bad. That wasn't. We can live with that. As long as you don't throw another grenade.
Then they will die. There is no room for mistakes here.
Now, why are you here? The only thing good about Veilguard 2 is made Dragon Age 2 look better, and retrospect. Funny how that happens all the time nowadays. Gosh dang it, I already have someone bleeding out. And this bitch.
There is nowhere to run.
Stabilize him, please.
Live to dive another day.
Bro sounds like Pythor from Ninjago. I don't know what the... I know what a Ninjago is. I've never seen it, though. What do you think Apollyon would be in Naruto? Probably like a war leader of some variety. Hard to say, honestly. Where's my boy? Go and put a dent in that armor, would you please?
This is gonna end badly for you!
Kill him.
Let's not waste any time. It's just a chore, like any other. Thank you.
As one dies, another is already born to take his place.
I hate how accurate that is. Alright, Perry. Do you have tough luck? A skull on or something? Sometimes I feel like it. But the fact that he didn't die there is a huge benefit to me. So, first, let's go ahead and pick him back up. honestly, Andromeda isn't that bad. Also, Bioware's arguably been kind of woke since the beginning. Like, truth I get, the Cathar can only romance as a woman in KOTOR. Yeah, like, listen, they have, like, things, but the thing is, like, before, like, you could either ignore it or actively go against it. But in Failguard, it's just like, you'll like it, and if not, then don't buy the game. It's like, alright, then we won't buy the game. I do this not because I need to, but because it is funny. Cut him up!
Bye.
Alright. Get into that good cover, buddy.
But of course.
In case anything else tries to come out. Whew. Who would you put up against Apollyon to win against her debates and philosophies, any historical figure? Probably St. Augustine or Thomas Aquinas. Now, if it's free reload, then we don't need to worry about it. Alright, move up.
My turn.
Oh!
The elders
well. What have we here?
Perhaps it is time you learn the truth. Forget what you see this day and press forward no more.
And she still doesn't know where I am. Oh! Oh,
We've
baby.
got the Chosen right where we want them. It's time to
I know this won't hurt her, but it doesn't matter. I just need to make sure that... She actually, no, I should have said that because I could have just had the Templar go through and take care of it. Yeah, I agree, Tempest having it, that would be... That is basically what that
There
is.
is no honor in this.
Okay, fine. You want honor?
This is taking
Have some. You got caught lacking. Enjoy. Whew. It must have been the wind. A spear pierced my shield.
You are the only one who has ever forced my withdrawal. And now you leave
Gotta
me
go.
no
Take care of all
choice
thing. Glad to have
but
you.
once again.
Punish the Xenos for their arrogance. Oh,
a
with
break after
pleasure.
taking down that Chosen commander.
Actually, while you're here,
I doubt
go
it'll be
ahead and
long
heal.
before we see that
No.
thing again, though.
He needs it more.
Life-saving and non-habit forming.
Piece of the alien kingdom.
Okay.
Better go ahead and start having you move.
Faster.
Look, I was watching Battlefield 1, and why did countries stop using Alpine regiments? I'm not sure they ever officially stopped using it, or they might have stopped calling them Alpine regiments, but typically, like, when they were starting to form special forces, like, they would just have them, like, train to be an Alpine unit, like, they would train to be using the, like, for ops in the Alpine, ops in whatever geographic terrain they were going to be in. And so, there wasn't as much of, it just kind of got blended into other specializations. You're a cut above the rest, Lark. There. But Battlefield 1, what a great game. What a great game. The last good Battlefield game, in my opinion. Of course, it was also my first Battlefield game that I ever played, so, you know, I'm maybe a little biased there. But yeah. I am one of those poor fools that actually bought, like, Battlefield 5, even though I was warned. Gosh, I felt like an idiot.
Okay.
Alright, where is it? Aha!
Don't be stupid.
I better kill this thing now, otherwise it's going to be ugly. Open this door, please. Is there anyone inside? Ah, special jock.
Doctor. Secure that
He's gonna get
canister.
slammed like 5 to...
So many victims.
I've only ever played Battlefield 4. I played Battlefield 4. I went back and played that after I enjoyed Battlefield 1 so much. I thought it was okay. I preferred, so much preferred Battlefield 1. Just because, like, oh gosh, I was a dedicated medic, and I was like, I'm not the best shot in FPSs. I'm actually pretty terrible at that. But being a dedicated medic that would sacrifice his life to, like, revive his old squad, I could change a battlefield. Have you heard of my Space Wolf idea? Maybe. I'm not sure. Throw it in chat and I'll tell you if I have or not. Women cyborgs, really? Oh yeah, I don't even think I saw that in the actual game. Like, I don't know who was in charge of the marketing for that, but they needed to have their necks wrung because they did. Yes. It was so poorly done. And let me tell you, having women on the battlefield, it's so weird. It's like we're having women on the battlefield, but then you're not going to include the one country that actually had regular women on the battlefield, the Soviet Union. It's like, oh. Why would you not just do that? No, they wanted to use some random stinking son of a gun reason. Anyway, please take that out for me, bud. Thank you. Markers of Live Entertainment. And I remember, like, they actually did an interview with, like, the marketing guy, and it's like, well, when we were deciding how to make this game, my daughter enjoys playing Fortnite. And she asked, how come I can't see a girl in your game? Why can't I be in your game? And I'm like, because Fortnite and Battlefield are two entirely different genres. One's a kind of a goofball mean shooter. The other one is trying to mimic a historical time period and have a degree of realism. And let me tell you, playing El Alamein and then bayoneting bayoneting an English woman and hearing her scream was a kind of jarring because I was like, it sucked me out of the setting.
All right.
I can feel Raven Rant senses going off. The Soviets would have been great. Yeah, I know. But that's another thing that it's half of me thinks that the controversy around Battlefield 5 about, like, oh, the prosthetic woman or whatever, was cooked up entirely to cover up the fact that that was a piece of crap, undercooked game on launch. When you have 4 story missions, and one of them isn't even available when you're upon purchase, that's an issue. And like, oh, look, we gave you a bloody helmet cosmetic to kind of make up for it. No, I want a refund is what I want. Just, it was so irritating. And not to mention, it's kind of like, yes, this is World War II, and we want to emphasize that in our stories, that this was the world fighting. So we only have the British and Germans fighting in the actual combat. I mean, outside of the stories. Like, but it's only British and Germans. The Italians, the Japanese, the Soviets, silly myths, the lot of them. They did. Only the British and Germans fought. We'll give some lip service to the Norwegians and some of the French colonials, but the other big players? Nah, we don't just... And yes, I know, they added Japan and America later on, but at that point, too little, too late. Why would you let your 6-year-old daughter play? I'm not sure she was 6. But... good lord.
I'm on it.
Pull that back. There we go. See if we can spot the enemy. I want him to sort of... Aha! That's where they are. Sneak just a bit closer, so next turn we can bamboozle them. Oh, they're going to spot us, but that's okay. They don't get a free action on us. I get tired of it. Let's just add an X-minority to shield us from trash. I'm married to a minority, so... and... I'm a minority married to a minority, so I have no shield for anyone. Exactly, that's the thing. Because the thing is, like, hey, we want to add women to our World War II game. Okay, then include the Russian women that actually fought for the Soviet Union. Would it not be cool? Because in Battlefield 1, you made a big deal out of pilots. Why not have the Night Witches be a thing? Playing a thing as the Night Witches or something inspired off of the Night Witches would be dope. But no, alas, we cannot do that, for that would be cool. And you're just like, but you don't understand. I really, really want to have a British woman with a prosthetic fighting. Okay, I'm going to tell you how you do that. I'm going to give you the recipe for that. It's simply called alternate history. Make an alternate history first-person shooter, and by gosh, you have something. Imagine, if you will, for me, for those, I know I have a lot of Paradox fans out there, so you probably know about the Kaiserreich mod for Hearts of Iron 4. How many of you would want to play a Kaiserreich Battlefield? Like, imagine being able to play out the Second American Civil War in the 1930s and 40s, but in a Battlefield-style setting. That would be amazing. Or you could twist it up a little bit more. What if we said War Plan Red went into effect? America fights Britain. What if you go with Timeline 191? The South won the Civil War. Now the South and North are fighting again, but with World War II or World War I-esque weapons. You could have a lot of stuff to play around with here if you use alternate history. But no, instead you try and use real history and then pollute it and then get mad at people for going, hey, that's not accurate. Imagine making bomb blast while blasting sabotage. Exactly! But no, we can't have that. Because we can't have nice things, apparently. It's a shame. Really is. Oh, dude.
Yeah, mister.
We gotta get you ready to go. I got a comment to the idea. Let me scroll back up and see it a little bit. Wolfen are sleeper cells for Znitra, or Korn, and Logan Grimnar slowly being manipulated by the axe to become a demon hub. Ooh! Spicy! Too bad, though, Games Workshop will never do anything like it. That would be fun. Alright, who are we gonna take out? Why can't you use the combat protocol? Maybe I move you up, you can use combat protocol. That's what I'm talking. No. He's right there! He's literally right there! What do you mean you can't see him? Ah, that's preposterous.
Okay.
Oh! You sons of guns. Helldivers says women with prosthetics and don't even bring it up. That's how you do it stuff. Like, hell, Cyberpunk allows you to do a Jewish prayer and it's never brought up. Do stuff if you have to help. Yeah, that's the thing. If you want to do something like that, just do it, but like create your own setting. Don't try but you know World War II is going to be profitable, so you go, we have to do it this way. We have to say it's real history, and then when you question it, we call you a bigot.
Zion may not be lost to us after all.
Go ahead and zap that guy. I'm also pretty sure Kaiserreich idea would probably be considered fascist on it because the Imperial Germany is involved. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Anytime someone's like, is this fascist? Like, 9 times out of 10, it's not a fascism. They have no idea what fascism is. And I'm sick of fascism becoming a buzzword. Or just like, this is fascism. And I'm just like... And honestly, a lot of the people that complain about fascism, if you run down their list of beliefs and what they're willing to do to achieve their political ends, there is not too much difference between them and the fascists. Going the long way, aren't you?
As always, you've been a big
that's not
help.
good. I should have moved into a better one. Oh, good, they both just went into Overwatch. Let's see if I can provoke it.
Just need to take it slow.
Nope. Gosh dang it, I was hoping you wouldn't see him. Please, both of you miss.
That was about as scathing as a YouTube comment. You're a buffoon.
Woo! Good guys, you guys can't shoot for shit. move in.
Come on!
The worst part is that most people see black women in a game and just assume it's going to be cringe. That sucks because someone who quite loves brown sugar. I know the directors are probably... yeah, that's the thing there, too, because it's just kind of like... There's a lot of people that's like, why can't we have... Like, I want representation, but can it be, you know, good? But alas, we can't, because game developers don't think. They just do. They do stupid stuff.
Here?
And you don't have a shot at the Claymore. I need one of you to have a shot at the Claymore. Okay, I know shooting ain't your thing. Yes. Yes. Shoot that thing. How you like me now?
Democracy for all.
But come into my humble abode.
Of course. I don't mind.
Reddit will label you a fascist for saying we need to put more focus on fixing the rampant drug and mental health issue that contributed to tragedies instead of banning weapons and calling it a... Yeah, that's the thing on Reddit. Just like, it doesn't work too well because they're so like any opposition that the majority doesn't like get. Are you seriously throwing a grenade? Okay, he's just bleeding out. We can do that. I'm glad they didn't destroy the sample there, but first stabilize him.
A little shadow liberty.
But yeah, that's why Reddit's such a cesspool. Because if you're on a subreddit, the majority of whatever the subreddit wants, like it's not a good mode of debate. Then again, I don't think anyone was claiming it was, but hey, you know.
I don't see why not.
Take out that muton.
It was part of the plan.
That it was. Alright.
Right!
Just focus on moving up for right now.
Let's go!
Blue Sky is just old Twitter now. Yeah, and I've heard it has some other problems. Liberals have poisoned my sugars. Oh. Things you didn't expect to hear today. Alright. Fortunately, there's nowhere I can just move you.
Right.
Who do you see? Who do you see? Give a good old jolt for me, would ya?
It's just a chore. Like a job.
How? What? You promised me that would kill him. And that, in fact, did not kill him. And now I am upset.
On my way.
Oh, the fire got him, though. Someone with a blue sky, there's a reason I can leave it dormant unless I want to check on the artists I follow. Like Century-chan. Ah, yeah. Alright, where's that green fella? Where is that black and green feller? Alright, we got the black site vial.
Thank you for this. We're under continued.
Guessing that's not water in there. Shen, any readings?
No signs of radioactivity, no significant energy signatures of any kind. Whatever
He's in the walls. He's in the gosh dang walls.
We've confirmed acquisition of the sample. Move to rendezvous at the extraction point.
I'm not going to be able to carry him out.
Yes.
I'm going to have to take care of these problems before I can get rid of them.
Dream, sire. Dream of visiting vengeance upon those who took it from us.
Done. Point me to the enemy.
Let's get over here to deal with that threat.
It's this way!
Let's see if we can get... Imagine if there's a Lark voice... Oh, I'd be using that. Problem is there are some good mods, but they're like only for the base game, not for War of the Chosen, so I can't use them. Otherwise, like there's several that I would like to use, but can't.
Almost assuredly because of me.
Your piety and your heresy shall not save, priest. Mow him down! Or not, you know. That's better. Good job, Teddy. Come on, Bouillon. I don't know what you're shooting at, Sacagawea. Oh, there's Scud's bucket. Who are you going to try shadow bounding this time? Let me guess, the most important person in my... Yeah, I hate you. And this is why I hate these things, because they knock out one of your party members, and then they make a copy of them. And so now you have to prioritize nuking them into oblivion, or you're going to have to deal with a whole heck of a lot of harassment. But fortunately for us, he's kind of stupid. Only 4? No, not worth it. Please take him out. 2?! You did 2 stinking damage? Blow him to pieces. Thank you, Louis.
No creature too small.
There we go.
Fair enough.
Let's give my boy Teddy some room.
Get down!
There, now you should be able to shoot just fine. Take that one out, he's going to be the most annoying. Let me guess, stasis? Yep. Oh, yay, mind control. Please note I hate you. Chesty could have easily killed us. Yeah, I gotta get Chesty in here.
Make the first shot count. You won't get a second.
Why are you always so grenade happy now? I gotta get them out of here quick. And you're just gonna ruin my day now, aren't you? Because it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough, was it? No, we're not attacking her. Go ahead and kill him, please.
Well, that's good.
Now, with that out of the way... Alright, fine. make life far more complicated than it has any business being, sweetie. I love you, I really do, but sometimes you make this more difficult. You make this so difficult. Ugh. I'm out of grenades myself. See if you can go ahead and peg this one out. Why?
Not again!
Agreed! Yes, not again.
I am the right hand of the Lord, and the instrument of his vengeance.
Let us move!
Now, you have 86% chance. You better not miss. Ow! He's right there. How do you miss this spectacularly? I think the only ones that hit were the ones in melee. Thank goodness he missed too.
Fire! 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 Fire!
Let me do this to go ahead and put the fire out on you. Now, as for you...
Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, come on! Can't catch a break today, can I?
Ready.
Retreat, redeem yourself. Well, if you can't miss it, if you miss at 86, I should have known better than to try at 40. And of course you can hit him, but only.
Yeah.
But you need a reload. You piece of crap. Tell you what, shoot him. Just shoot him. Use your pistol. You can do this. Thank you.
I've seen tougher cow turds.
And you got the benefits of the shield too. Yay.
The Lord's work must be done.
I'll give you something to shoot at, you piece of shit. Alright.
Time will
Now,
run out on you yet.
Shoot me. I dare you. Combat protocol? Let's save that. Oh, okay, in that case, yeah, just go ahead and kill him. In the game, why did you ditch bullets? Ditch bullets? Because I'm not, technically I'm still using bullets.
Not today.
Because these guys are using magnetic weapons, so they're technically firing bullets just at super high velocity, and they're getting reinforcements. Don't have time for this, and you're out of stuff anyway. Pick them up, we're getting them out of here. I'm fairly certain he's still alive.
Move.
Like, who trained these people, Captain? I did, sir. Captain Jason Asshole. I know I'm surrounded by assholes. Yeah, let me just slash that and kill myself, why don't I? Get up there, finish the job.
Was that worth it?
I hope so.
Come on!
I thought you just moved to lasers or plasma. I was like, yeah, in the first game, it's you switch from bullets to lasers, and then to plasma. In this game, you go from bullets to railguns and Gauss to plasma. And now, if you would please...
Learning its use is a rite of passage. We should have given you a better welcome on your first visit to Zion.
Perfect. Now, go ahead and start making your way down to the evac point. What idiots are they dropping off this time? Please don't be another shield bearer. And it's another shield bearer.
Lord above, give me strength.
Agreed. Game went from bullets to blindness, clearly. Go ahead and get him out.
Get in.
Yes, you too, Rover. Thank you. Oh, you can't make it. At least take one out on the way in. Oh, crap. He is so low health.
How the mighty have fallen.
Now you've done it.
Hoping for a crit. Nope, but he's disoriented, which is something.
Only a matter of time.
You kidding? How about you? If you can get up there, you can pistol him to... There's no way to do this right, is there? You have a better shot. Oh, then just fire a pistol at him.
Bunch of damn amateurs!
Alright. Now he's probably going to, his next turn, just put his shield up. In which case we can pretty much ignore him. Yep. Way to be predictable. I think we can all make it. But should I just kill him? I should just kill him. He deserves to die. Yeah, I gave Teddy Roosevelt John Marston's voice because I thought it fit.
I'm doing my best.
Please no shield bearer game. Look how it wants another one. Yay! Pretty much.
Die where you stand.
Alright, nobody's dying this time. But I need you to get that black site material out of here.
Tomorrow we'll be here soon. And there is much to do.
Avenger, this is Firebrand. Package is secure.
Hallelujah. Evac, baby. Yeah, the game. Well, guess what, game? I'm still getting out of here. With everyone alive. You're kidding me. He still can't reach that?
Come on!
Note to self, give Teddy Roosevelt the spider suit once I make it.
Good.
These guys are going to be in the ICU for a bit.
Cocktail hour by my watch. Come on! Goodbye!
All
I don't think
XCOM
I probably
operatives
should
are
have given
secure.
Dutch's voice.
Firebrand is returning to
I
base.
can hear Lark's brain cells being cooked medium rare like a ribeye from the frustration. Oh yeah.
Where it hurts.
Who's retrieving our fallen and dead
This was a
box?
place no living human
Dissecting
being
it
was
into
ever intended to see. Happy as I am to see it gone. Something tells me the aliens won't take this lying down.
When do they take anything lying down? We're taking a picture for this one. Teddy over there just like, yeah. Teddy's got to get the program there. He's clipping through one of their legs. Okay. Formation. The line's fine. Edit soldiers. Teddy Roosevelt. I like you doing your own thing there. Yeah, that's funny to me. Just, we're all chilling, having a good time. Viper's like, ah! That's what Teddy would have wanted. Do you have ibuprofen? I have a headache.
Advent officials revealed today's maneuver by local peacekeepers was a planned exercise. Citizens should not
Yes,
be
a planned exercise. That's like the first like mission in like 3 missions where we've actually gotten everyone out alive. True, pretty much everybody's wounded, but we're all out alive.
Maybe the Elders hoped the Chosen's constant jabbering would drive us to surrender without a fight.
Yeah, these guys, oh, we're exhausted. Ooh, I haven't leveled you up? Yeah, we gotta level you up. Shredder, my boy. We're making you a Shredder. Reflect, invert, or deep invert. We're getting those two. Then we'll get a deep focus later. Ooh, I also want to get a reboot. There's so many good things to put on a Templar. Lightning hands, baby.
Now that
they named him Gravedigger? Now we gotta name him the
the
Bullnose.
Black Site facility, I imagine it will take considerable time and
We've only reduced it by 1? Oh, come on.
Substance. I will begin preparations for a complete analysis immediately, Commander.
Having now seen the inner workings of the Black Site
Okay,
facility,
happy ending,
the
even if
outcome
everyone
is
has
perhaps
half a
even
leg
more
afterward.
troubling than I had expected.
No one is dead. They just wish they were. Ain't that the truth?
Gruesome task. I will leave this matter for you to investigate, Commander.
Yeah, because heaven forbid you help Louis Capet figure fire. That's fair. We're saving after that one. That was a rough run. But we did it. And how many of you guys are actually battle ready? Most of you guys are actually freaking... Behold, the War King. I'm not sure how I feel about being called a king. Well, let's go ahead and edit that in. Where did you... There we are. He's tired, guys. He needs a break.
My kind all possess clouded memories of the facility you know as the Black Site. It is the place of our birth, and the final march for those humans deceived by the Elders' false promises. In destroying it, we have done this world a great service.
Oh, gosh. Pretty much everybody's, like, gravely wounded to some degree. We don't even know when Robert the Bruce is getting better. Probably just, like, a nanosecond from now. Oh, I need to start I need supplies to recruit operatives. How many can I recruit? Oh, I can recruit a few. Let's see. Who can I bring in? We already said we wanted, to get Chesty Puller. See, who else? The Moose of War. Irina Ivanova. Interesting. I feel bad that Poland got hit. Let's see. How do you have that already? How do you have that? You know, we're gonna Shaka Zulu. Alright.
You continue to prove resourceful, Commander.
Yeah, I do.
Although you have dealt a blow to the aliens' work by destroying the Black Site, there is still much to be done.
And don't I know it?
You would ally yourselves with the most extreme among your kind. There is hypocrisy in questioning the Elder's vision when in collusion with such savage beings.
Yeah, oh, that's like your opinion, man.
Avenger plotting new course.
They knew what they were getting themselves into.
Oh,
when they joined
crap.
up with your resistance.
I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to get a major fast enough to be able to stop them before they get up to that 4th and final tier.
These Chosen are constantly hunting us to try and recapture you, Commander, and are spreading terror throughout the Resistance as they go.
Insanity?
We'll need to pay close attention
I was
to
kind of
each
hoping you
one
could
as they
give
gain more information about our plans. Depending on who you ask, psionics could be considered the aliens' greatest strength. Now our own psi operatives can tap into that same power.
Soulfire, Fortress, and Domination. Domination, if you please. Everyone who is wounded, raise their hand. Every teammate raises their hand, moaning in pain. Without the attitude. Got Montezuma. Oh, I could make Montezuma. So you probably have to make him a ranger. If only I could give him a Waquito.
Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now.
I don't know
I
what.
had high hopes for the Resistance.
You thought that last month was a banner month.
Commander,
I think we
and
got
you
our.
have
We
outdone
were getting
yourself.
ass blasted.
You should have covered your tracks before it was too late. As it stands, the great hunt will soon draw to a close.
Okay, that's useful. Stay with me is the obvious option there.
As you wish, Commander.
Let's go ahead and get the next op set up.
Our action together is complete, Commander.
Soon enough, the Chosen will be trying to hide from us.
My followers grow increasingly reverent of your abilities, Commander. We continue to
That's
progress
right.
in our
I
campaign
need a
against
mage.
the
That's the
Elders.
problem. I could go after each and every single
gain
one
new
of them,
abilities
but
as a
I
result.
need
Our
them to be
influence
able
with the
to,
Resistance factions has motivated them to share some new information on the Chosen.
Oh, that's right. I also need a skirmisher.
My kind will do whatever is needed.
Okay, we got 12 available. We need a bit more breathing room, and I'm not sure how long we're going to be able to do this, so... This is
Commander,
3.
now that we've established contact with the local Resistance, we've got the details.
This
we
will give
need
us a
to move
lot
on
more
the
breathing
aliens'
room.
facility.
Unfortunately, it won't do us anything
This is
about
our
the
chance
Chosen.
to set back their work on the Avatar project.
Paladin. Actually, hold on. Let's see. What can we upgrade him with? He's got laser sights, superior auto loader. Let's get him a hair trigger. Oh, we got a Canadian on the team. Yeah, you don't need an autoloader as much as some of the others. Now, let's see. Who's a famous Canadian I can, Is the Templar guy voiced by Q from Star Trek? I actually think he is. The guy that also voices Pradle Mox, one of the skirmisher voices, he's also the same voice as Battle Beast. Who's a famous Canadian? I know like the Canadians were big in World War I, but I can't remember like any specific Canadians. Let's see. No. Let's see, come on. Russian Badger? Not quite who I was thinking of. Wolverine. I'm looking for someone real. I like how I type in Canadian war, not heroes, but war crimes comes up. Billy Bishop, the Canadian flying ace. Yeah, we'll go with that. We can't give him American English. Let's see.
Only I can complete the mission. I'll
Might
do
be John
whatever
Rambo.
it
Hard
takes
luck.
to win.
I'll make it normal. Billy Bishop. Let's look at the more. I'm fairly certain he wouldn't have a Viking braid. I think he's probably going to have more of a parted look. Yep, and he had a sweet mustache. Perfect. Alright, hold on. There actually might be the perfect prop for him to wear. That's not what I was referring to. There we go. Goggles are tinting. No. Perfect. He needs that aviator helmet. Now you're ready to go in. Alright, Robert the Bruce. Oh, we're sending out Danny Morgan. Let me upgrade your rifle since you're going to be using it a good deal. I want you always doing damage. Let me get my hair trigger. Unfortunately, I don't have any captains going on, so there's no chance of them leveling up. Alright, boys, head on out. Actually, wait, why did I give... No. Actually, been inspired to get back an XCOM now. Yeah? Jimothy Jing missed it. The Conkins were pioneers in war crime. The Canucks were pioneers in war crimes, as they were. Isn't Mox also voiced by Worf? He might be. I don't know about that. I'm not as big into Star Trek as other things. But according to this thing has like 3 points of avatar progress to it. We can really slow him down if we do this.
One of our resistance contacts tipped us to an alien facility apparently conducting research tied to the Avatar project. We're moving in to take out the site and do whatever we can to slow their progress. Approach the designated target position and place the X4 charges. Then move to the evac point for immediate extraction. Once you're clear, we'll make sure that facility is out of commission for good.
Alright. Let's go. We really lost our stash after what's over here. We have. We gotta bring back. Fortunately, I look like a terrible person if I wear just a mustache.
Position and place the X4 charges.
All right, boys, let's get in, get out. I don't want any heroics unless it looks cool. All right, Yin Shun Shin, I want you. Gosh, that's a terrible lookout. Just go ahead and get up there.
Let's go.
Get you up to the chimney in a second. A lot of cacti for the Sahara Desert. Abe Lincoln already has a med kit on it, or like half a med kit. So. Get the presidents together. I'm downloading it. Oh my goodness, there's a dating sim mod for XCOM 2. Oh, that would break. I cannot do that with historical figures. I do not need. I don't need Teddy Roosevelt going out there chasing tail.
Feet up, that's it. Let's go. Ho, ho. Blah, blah, blah.
Billy Bishop, eh? What? Yeah, I'm not going to risk sending him all the way up there. Get over there.
I have spies inside and out.
Alright. Get up there. Probably need to take this nice and slow.
That's better. I'll fight them to the last man if I have.
Oh, they haven't noticed us yet. That's good. That's good. That gives us a chance to get into position. Get you up here.
We're on the move.
Yeah, that doghouse is going to provide a great deal of cover.
Okay, okay.
Raven gave us Mike Morales rant a long while back. Can we get a Ree Williams rant now that we have an Ironheart show? Here's the difference, though, because with like Miles Morales, a lot of people actually really like Miles, and for me and Raven, it's kind of like, why? Why? I mean, okay, we kind of get why, because he's better written than the majority of like the replacements, but still, the fact that they just keep crapping on Peter, that's the big thing. With Ironheart, you aren't replacing Iron Man. I know that's what they want, but you can't replace Iron Man. No one is going. Like, you'll have people that go out and buy Miles Morales comics. No one's buying Ironheart comics. Not a single one.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
What the heck is the avatar for Katara? Water, fire, earth, and air. No, not you, Katara. It's either us or the Legend of Korra. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm impressed they haven't noticed us. Well, we'll deal with that in a moment if it comes to that. Take him out, Abe.
I've been in tougher situations. This full arcane. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's right. You're surrounded. Do with that information what you will. can't outstep the praise.
Confirmed kill.
And Robert the Bruce.
Nailed it.
Honey, I'm home.
Can you? Oh, can get a shot in. See what happens.
I have nothing to live for.
Indeed. See if you can take that son of a gun out there, Yin Sun Sin. You do Korea proud. And it's still kicking. Oh, well, you still shot it. That's what's important there. Come on, buddy. Billy Bishop finished the job. That's right.
So many of
Many war crimes will be committed in your name, and we're getting... And I don't have a Templar on me to deal with this.
You have been judged.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's not good. Easier to target from high ground. Ugh, I only have an elevation advantage.
Punishment.
That's not good at all.
That's one of the Elders chosen, and it's not gonna make things easy on us. Let's try to take care of it as quickly as possible.
What? He's not gonna make things easy for us? You don't bloody say. Get moving. Both were intended to replace Peter. No, really, Ben was going to be the original. Oh, I gotta read this. It's now that Miles has replaced Spider-Man, I can like him now. So you're either a racist or you never liked Spidey because now you don't want racists and fake fans here. And Lark, would you and Raven still like 40K if Games Workshop removed the Eldari and Russ and Space Wolves, and if Dark Angels acted more like Space Wolves? I mean, those aren't the only things that draw us to the setting. I think the setting would be lesser without the Eldari, but there's still a lot I would like about it.
Let's go!
I can't think of it as Miles Spider-Man, only Miles Morales. You're correct, Warrior. I call Miles the Stinger because of his Venom Blast. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't mind him being a superhero. It's the fact that it's like, oh no, he has to replace Peter. No, he does not.
Keep it moving.
Go! Come on.
Day by day. I never miss.
Miles B's own character, Stinger, is actually a great name. I would agree. And here comes the annoying Spectral Rock. Yeah, put him where I can't see him. That's great. I don't want to see him.
Let's go.
Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
And he's down.
Like that.
Marvel will never be able to replace Peter as Spidey, so we'll just let Miles be in here, let Miles do his own thing. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's about I think part of it is like a lot of people want to prove like, hey, we can create successful stuff too, but since they're so intellectually bankrupt, they just copy and paste and just change, to insert whatever they want it to be. And I wouldn't mind so much, like if they, like, for example, like Spider-Man 2, the video game, they just kept crapping on Peter. It's like, you could have had a game where you paid respect to both of them, but instead it's like, no, just, we you don't understand. If we're not, crapping on Peter, then it's not a good game. For some stupid reason. People call me their recluse, and I don't have any spider powers at all. Ooh, I see what you did there. See if you can't hit him. go.
This won't end well, will it?
Oh, there goes their plans.
Let's keep going.
I won't quit.
Old Billy Bishop.
I have scars inside and out.
Hurry, hurry.
Gotta be surgical about this.
Fantastic.
Just let Peter have his hair already. Okay, I think him being with Mary Jane is fine
Discovery
enough.
of the Elder's facility allowing for Advent's creation changes nothing. You cannot stop what is fated. The Elders will be done.
It's one of the Elders chosen.
Come as me as you would the Elders.
Oh, boy. Mind score.
You will feel my vision.
They're dazed. Not good.
One of our soldiers is in a daze. We need to snap him out of it.
What did you say?
See if we can do a little bit of frickery of our own. Let's mess with a muton.
Look, I'll be your imagination from now on, okay?
Oh, hot dog! That turned out even better than I could have asked. That's just beautiful. Also, I want you to go down under, please. Peter should go with Black Hat. Mary Jane is for the streets. Oh, that's the thing. Mary Jane in the original comics, she was a party girl, sure, but she did genuinely care about Peter. Black Cat's even worse because she flirts with Peter for the sole excuse to manipulate him. And particularly what they did, I'm still mad with what they did with her character.
Yeah.
In the most recent game.
On your feet.
So you have come for your imprisoned comrade. A noble, if not entirely foolish endeavor.
Billy, do your thing.
Don't make me
Channel your
finish
inner
this.
Canadian. Unleash the war crimes.
We're gonna stand up, and we're gonna keep going back to the toy store.
Very good. Very good.
And he takes the cake,
My
yes.
power cannot be compared to these lower forms of life.
One shot, one kill.
Let's see, what else we got in there? They had a muton and a robot. Was there anything else?
Hey!
If anything else tries to move. I'm gonna have fun sending a muton to go kick it. Oh, no, no, no. It's only fun when I do it. Don't get in Abe's head. He's got enough stress on him.
Send me your fledgling warriors, Commander. I am ready to absolve them.
Uh-huh. Funny you should mention that. Let's go ahead and waste your grenade.
The aliens may have cleaned up the design, but these monsters are no better than the ones my father dealt with.
I sense a whole heck of a lot of blazing pions coming my way. Let's get it done. Because imagine, he's going to waste his time on blazing pions, which means the sectoids, one of them's going to try and mind control, one of them's going to try and do something else. You think you would have a better chance of shooting, but then you're wrong.
Okay.
Oh, good to know I can shoot Abe Lincoln anytime I want. Never thought I'd say that. 84% chance to hit. Ugh. I don't like it. I do not like it. See if you can't take him out. Come on, George, I'm counting on you.
Amiga strike.
All right, pumpkin pie.
Ah, dang, I still can't see. Unless. Nope.
Yes.
Billy. I need this now more than ever. Can you be my Canadian war criminal? Yes, you can! Oh, Canada! Another thing I never thought I'd say on stream.
Hilda's trust in me will be rightfully shaken by the outcome of our recent encounters.
Get fresh. Honestly, I wish they weren't so focused on New York City and the other cities like
Great
Detroit.
job, Commander.
What?
But there's no trace of that chosen.
I probably haven't been.
I've got a feeling we haven't seen the
That's
last
why I keep
of
having a
them.
feeling Marvel will end up
Still,
embracing
at
this
least we
snow bunny
ruined their
and just throw
plans
Peter up
today.
Emma Frost just to keep him in jail. Wouldn't surprise me. But no, that would be too much of a win for Peter. They wouldn't do that. But good for you, Canada. Lark sends in the last resort alien. How can you stop us, Senator Armstrong? Nanomachines, son. Lark going Southern pastor on us. Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here today to smite the Xenos menace. Instead of trying to waste a shot, I'm going to... Let's cover old George. Okay, Canada's out of the book for a little while. Yeah, then he needs some degree of protection. And let's see if you can at least damage him. Thank you, Abe! Oh, what the heck, let's try it. Don't know why you need to break a window for that. Oh, nice! I love you, Daniel Morgan. Wait, I lost the mind control? Oh no, I was hoping I could keep that for a few more turns. Ah, I knew. And there goes my good run. At least he resisted it. But you know what you should do? It would be really awesome. You should shoot one of them. Well, you know, you tried. Oh, that's not good. Woo! Good thing he sucks. Shame about Robert the Bruce, though, dying.
That's a kill.
Oh yeah, I brought a blank with you. Yeah, I should have brought more. I needed more Lyrium cores anyway.
Nice.
I still can't use another psionic attack. It's for 2 turns, man. It sucks. Calm down, buddy. The panic has been removed.
So what we don't do is separate.
Alright. Alright. He's healed up.
There's our way in.
How good's your on? That'll do.
Here's a new guy.
First. Alright.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
See if you can go ahead and take him out. Ah, close but no cigar.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Billy, I am again asking you to commit a war crime. Oh, baby.
Just did what had to be done.
Really? I have never seen them this swing happy. And they crap. And I was really enjoying Billy Bishop.
Not your best day at the office.
Let's hurry it up, people.
Menace 1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound.
Let's see, we're gonna reload that because I don't want to lose 2 operatives. Yeah, let's reload just one before. Who put the hell put the Joker on a Suicide Squad? I was hoping it wouldn't be the Suicide Squad. Go on, load up. Oh no, this is before. Load game. I'm gonna go back 1. This is after Robert the Bruce already died, which is a bummer. It's gonna be a little bit unconventional, but hey.
Copy.
Go ahead and see if you can't just take it. There we go.
That's a kill. Last magazine.
Let's go.
And I get a free action. Good, good.
To end your hopes of a happily ever after.
Yeah.
Those appear to be some sort of incubation chambers. No doubt part of their
Come
system
on.
to keep Advent
Don't let your war crimes fail me now.
Reinforcements.
When it comes to the aliens, it's always one big experiment.
Very good, Billy. We have to kill that thing. I thought XCOM would be great, like Mass Effect, exploring new planets, hunting, Advent, recruiting aliens to fight, and then Cthulhu, but instead, XCOM, Miami. Yeah. Yeah, they could have called it XCOM Enemy Beyond. I know, would have been good, but no, we can't have nice things, apparently.
Roger.
Please, I'm begging you, kill him. Or you could just miss outright.
Just what we needed.
Oh boy, here we go.
At least I'll die with honor.
Again? Really? No. That's such crap. If Yen Sun just hadn't missed, I could avoid that. They're so tanky, and he just look, well, I need to get plate armor so bad. And he's just permadead, isn't he? There's just nothing I can do. I just have to accept the fact that I just lost 2 people, and there's nothing, and the game's mocking me. Fine. Kill everything.
Like that.
32% chance to hit. You're a sniper. You are a bloody sniper. Why are you only able to have 32% chance to hit? Abe, I'm begging you. Thank you. %73% chance. Do not fuck it up. How? 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 This is... Oh my gosh.
Okay.
How is this thing able to survive? How is my sniper, who's supposed to be one of the most accurate, just every shot miss, every shot miss, 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 miss. 73% chance? You mean 0% chance. You don't understand. My accuracy rating, whatever the number shows, subtract by a billion.
You're angry. You need a release. Talk about it.
Why is the Psyker more accurate than you? I swear, if he kills another one of my guys... We're getting out, boys. As much as I want to get revenge on that fuck, I know you fuckers will miss again. And now we have more issues to deal with. So everyone get in the fucking thing and get out of here. I don't care if we get a good rating or a terrible rating or whatever. You guys have failed me on every imaginable level. Well, Yinsun Sen has. I want you to get a good look at his in that man's eye. Because he killed 2 of your friends and you're at fault on 2 separate levels because you couldn't hack it. In fact, I'm changing your name. You're not worthy to bear the name of Yin Shu Sin. You are now dumb fuck I miss a lot. That is your new name.
Damn right I made it.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges detonating.
And so for much of that order, that special order that says like, oh no, they're more likely to bleed out now. Not if that thing's swinging his magical fuck you spear. 2 good men lost because one man can't shoot for shit.
That our peacekeepers will stop at nothing to prevent further attacks by criminal elements such as the one that occurred today. The Elders have total faith in our... This just goes to show that the Chosen are vulnerable and we can take them down. We just have to figure out how to keep them down.
Hero that he was. You're kidding. Abraham Lincoln and George Washington are buddies. That's awesome. That's hilarious. I just need Teddy Roosevelt and Thomas Jefferson to become buddies and we got a thing going on.
The alien facility now stands in ruin, Commander. Excellent work. Your efforts will no doubt slow the aliens' progress towards the Avatar project.
You saw the same things I did in that facility. So now you should understand why I've kept my people away from their cities all this time. The aliens offered up miracle cures, and they weren't lying. Death does cure all ailments.
Dashing.
We're gonna have to find somebody who can actually, a better South Korean who can represent Admiral Yi, because he ain't him. Alright. Can't believe I have to save that much catastrophe. But at least their deaths bought us something. We got so much.
Has your confidence grown? Do you feel a sense of credence in your tactics growing among the soldiers? Good. Let them taste arrogance.
Yeah, you know what? Go frick yourself. Let's go finish
Avenger plotting new course.
Because I'm gonna need them once the plate armor's done.
I could use a favor if you've got the manpower to spare.
I really don't. What is this?
Together, right?
A scientist and a grenadier. I could use a good grenadier. Alright.
Setting course for Eastern European Ward.
Let's see who's available to actually do something.
Commander, you should be aware. We're detecting lost activity in this area. Our forces will need to be especially vigilant.
I gotta bring this asshole back on this oh, fuck me. I'm bringing 2 rookies on this mission. Let's see who else. Yeah, you boys are tired. Everyone else freaking wounded to shit. Alright. You shall be Chesty Puller. Hopefully you can survive better. I need a good Marine.
Heading there now. Follow me.
Move! 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 Forward!
I'm heading over.
Alright. Head. Let's see if I recall, he had brown hair. I think that's accurate. Better not give him anything until he actually gets something. And as for you, you're South African. You're going to be my Shaka Zulu. Shaka Zulu, head. As amusing as that would be, no. No, we're not getting that man. We're seeing there. But yes, make utility items. Who has the med kit then? Nobody, huh? Oh, I see. It was left behind. Because Sir fucking can't shoot for shit over here decided that he was gonna be, he knew better than everybody else. Okay, we got 2 people with medcats. Let's see if you can redeem yourself. I'm giving you tracer rounds to ensure you don't fuck up. Chesty, I'm trusting you with this. Get out there.
Sky Ranger deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
Oof.
A resistance scouting expedition led by one of their top people have found themselves stranded in the middle of an area known to be infested with the Lost. They're holding their own for now, but it sounds like things are getting ugly down there. The Resistance is asking that we do everything we can to extract their people.
Well, getting a scientist and a grenadier out of the deal ain't a bad thing. Because I could use some more experienced soldiers.
The Resistance expedition is trapped not far from your position.
Oh,
the
he's
VIP
unconscious.
is using a remote turret to hold off the Lost. We only have one clear access point to the area, so get to the
And I don't have any
location
rangers
and
or
escort them
melee to
back
just
to the
cheese
entry
through the
point for
Lost.
extraction.
Oh,
Whole
this
place
is
is
going to
overrun
be
with Lost. Don't bother trying to
Oh, I
outgun
forgot to
them.
give
After
her
you secure
to make
the
her
expedition,
something.
you'll
So I
have
will
to
do that after
return
this.
to our original entry point for extraction. Don't get overrun. Keep the path back to Firebrand clear.
Chesty, lead the way.
Great.
Oh, good. More of these.
Good.
At least weaken him up. Yeah, I didn't think you'd be able to take him out just because he's a beefy boy. That's my problem. The Lost over time, just like everything else, get beefier. And with Advent, I don't like it, but at least understand the logic behind it. What's their logic? Alright, dumb fuck who can't aim.
Good to go.
Let's see if you can do anything worthwhile. Wow! Would you look at that?
No worries.
The play this game is good. Believe it or not, despite its frustration, it is good. Thank you, Shaka. Wow. Remarkable.
Done and done.
I think I forgot to change his voice.
Let's go.
Leave it to me.
See if you can take him out. Oh, good, more. Oh, that's a crowd. I would wait for them to get in closer, but you know. Ah, I see you've been talking to dumb fuck who can't hang. Please don't kill Chesty. Oh good, he hasn't killed Chesty yet. Chesty, do your thing.
He shoots, he scores. Here we go.
Start clearing them out.
Sayonara, sucker. I almost feel sorry for the little guys.
Whew.
Enjoy your dirt nap?
It's just he's aiming. It's just, I gave him tracer rounds to make him more accurate, and he's still missing. Oh, that's what's remarkable about dumb fuck who can't aim.
I'm coming in. It seemed personal. Loser. You denied me even that.
Oh well, at least you made up for your mistakes.
Gosh, that was fun, wasn't it?
Gonna keep getting free actions. Love it. Alright, dumb fuck who can't aim. Redeem yourself. That's a start.
X-ray neutralized.
I'll change your name once you actually get 10 kills. You get 10 kills, I don't care if they're lost or whatever. I will change your name. I will change your name back to you, Sin. Now, Chesty Polar, the most decorated Marine Corps veteran ever. And there's more of them! You just had to disappoint me another way, didn't you, dumb fuck?
Let's go!
Shaka, see if you can start clearing the crowd.
This is getting too easy, mate.
Take that! On away! Hurry, hurry!
Come on. Ah, damn it. It's just, they're so, like, some of them are just so beefy and they have no reason to be that beefy. Again, continue to redeem yourself, dumb fuck. Look at that. You can be properly motivated.
Nailed him. X-ray down.
Buddy. Shoot him.
Sit. Reloading.
Alright, buddy. If you survive this, tell you what. We'll change your name back. Really hope he doesn't die after somewhat redeeming himself, because having that memorial is going to be odd. Keep moving up, boys. Keep moving up.
Got it. Everybody relax. I'm on my way.
I would laugh if she ran right out that wall and knocked herself the frick out. Just, I got it, bonk! It's like, please, you idiots, don't kill yourself.
All right, mate.
At least let Advent do it so I can have a good story about it.
Go, go, go.
Aha! More lost. Good, weaken it up, because that's a brute right there. Chesty, finish it.
Now that's what I call groovy.
We'll be watching your career with great interest. I want an eye in the sky. Get up there.
I gotta keep up.
It's too calm out there. Chesty, move up, please.
Yeah.
Ah, there's the problem. Ugh. One of Nurgle's boys.
Overwatching.
Move in.
Shaka, this will be a bit of a long shot, but can you at least weaken him up a bit? That's my boy.
Come on.
70% chance, Abe, finish the job.
Fuck.
Agreed.
Oh, yes. What can I say? I like to keep things interesting.
Oh, that's not good. And he has 1 health left.
The expedition has limited ammo reserves. If that turret runs out, the Lost are going to make quick work of them. We need to reach the group before that happens.
Good.
Drop
Good.
him.
Keep dropping them. Alright, those two were gimmies. This one will have a bit more challenge. Let's see if you can make me impressed. Now you're earning the title of Yin Shun Sin instead of being a dumb fuck who can't aim.
Done.
You were doing so good. Those were really hard to hit because of the Fallout TV show. Yeah, that's why they were so upset. Alright. 78% chance to hit. Try and knock him out.
I shan't forget this. Really, I shan't. Gotta move. Gotta move.
Gosh, there's a lot of you.
Like in the movies?
Ooh, you have a line of sight on someone. Take him out. Thank goodness you're coming in clutch now.
Nailed him.
Reload.
Locked and loaded.
That way you can be useful next turn, too.
Groovy.
This may not hit. But it's Chesty Polar, so he's just, you know, just batting 1,000.
That's where I'm going.
The VIP is secure, Commander. If we can spare the manpower, we should try to bring the escort in as well. Without the VIP manning the turret controls, there's nothing keeping the Lost from overrunning this area.
Well, the death claws were in.
They're already closing in.
How dead would your team be? I imagine they'd probably be about as bad as Berserkers are. So, still probably lose a teammate or two. And why can't you shoot them? Oh, because fair enough.
Eyes peeled.
Go and blast them. Shaka, don't make me change your name too. Anyway, I need you to sprint.
Here I come.
Come on, Daniel. There we go.
Stop. But everyone's dying to see what I do next. All it took was one piece of lead to end your hopes of a happily ever after.
Fortunately, you pivoting aside is kind of useless on this. And more of them are coming. And they don't stop coming, 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 and they don't stop coming. Haha, you suck.
Is that the best you got?
Firebrand is in position. Get back to the entry point for extraction before you get overrun. We're picking up more heat signatures than the sensors can keep up with.
Really? I should have my eye in the sky be clearing these ones out.
Sit.
Or are you going to make your own Warhammer 40k faction? If you mean homebrew stuff, yeah, I'm going to be making 50 of them. I've already made one. I've made the completely unrelated. I made the Hellhounds, which is its own little chaos, subgroup. Bunch of Iron Warriors who are a little more religious than the rest. I need you to keep running. Just kill him, Chesty.
Dying is your territory, Runt. Okie dokie.
Chesty, I need you to be a hero. His nickname's Thunder. Oh, he's Nigerian. Alright, let's start having you head back.
Here we are. Come get some.
Let's go, lads!
Almost there.
Oh, just one? No, there's more. And it's going to draw more of them in, because when it rains, it pours. No, just shoot him.
Drop him.
There we go. This is
X-ray neutralized.
Try not to miss this time.
Next, please.
Just run for
Come
it, buddy.
on.
All right, pumpkin pie. I don't know about you, pal, but I can hardly wait.
We're so close. Keep running. Need you to get over here. Actually, no. Reload.
Back in business. Overwatching.
I want you with him in case any lost come out of the woodwork down here.
Almost there.
You disappoint me. Mine are called the Imperium Guard. They guard the Imperium's very soul.
Target still
Itself the
standing.
heart of Imperium. It's their secret weapons, tech, and stuff Inquisitors don't know about. Frick, that's a lot of them. Time for your true redemption, squat.
Gotcha. X-ray down.
Keep it coming, buddy.
Nailed him.
Alright.
Dropped him.
Thinning the herd.
Sit.
Now what? Get to the evac point.
Firebrand is the VIP safely on board the Sky Ranger.
Abe,
Shit.
81% chance and you miss.
Who's next? Sorry, I'm out.
All right.
Almost there, buddy. Almost there.
Do you want me to come in there? Well, okay then.
Ready and waiting, mate.
And there's more. Oh, nice shooting there, Shaka.
Menace 1-5, keep pushing towards the evac point. No matter what you do, you're never gonna make a dent in the Lost. There's just too many coming in.
He looks tired.
He's at ammo, so he can't thin the herd anymore.
Double time.
And considering your current rating on accuracy,
Almost
we're
there.
moving you.
Let's keep it going. We're done here. Let's go.
Whew. And we're getting that new guy out of here too. Nice.
And we're out of here.
We've recovered the VIP's escort. We'll get her patched up and ready to redeploy into the field.
I'm out of here.
Nice. Ah, beaut. We did it.
Alright, keep it coming. Alright. And do we want to waste ammo on that? No, we're getting out of here.
Hurry, hurry.
You better get a promotion for this one, Lieutenant Lincoln.
Hello, freedom.
I'll just go up there. Thank you.
Solid copy. Copy that.
All XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
We successfully rescued the expedition,
And not a single
Commander.
person
The
got
Resistance will
hurt.
be happy to hear it.
You guys picked a terrible location for this. That's a little better. Whew.
All Advent gene therapy clinics will be closed tomorrow for equipment upgrades.
They actually might be closed for equipment upgrades because we did nothing. Oh, wait, I get it. Because we removed one of the scientists from one of those clinics. I was going to say, like, we didn't sabotage anything.
The aliens sure know how to turn a planet into a Halloween theme park. Zombie swarms.
Problem is they're all tired, though.
Just what we needed.
Give you lightning hands. Ace. That's what I was going to give the nickname for Billy Butcher. They made him a grenadier. He would want the firepower. I would have made him a ranger, but hey, I need as many medics as I can get my hands on.
Efficiently executed and no casualties. You can lead the Reapers any day, Commander. Well done.
Hopefully that will be someday the rule rather than the exception. As the my boss are going to figure out who I make you. Sergeant who can't aim. We're going to keep that because it's funny.
These discoveries of the Elders' horrific experiments on our people should come as no surprise. But that does
Last
not
pattern,
make
I
them
want you to
any less
live.
unsettling. As we have seen, they would take not only our power and our world, but the essence of our very being as well.
And the first one of you guys' potential to get to Major is going to be ready for another 4 days, bare minimum. And now we will change you back. And now we can change that stupid voice.
Yeah.
Give him an autoloader. Alright.
Did you expect that I would be fearful of the news of your discovery?
Didn't ask for
You
your
may be
opinion.
aware
Okay.
of my movements.
So we're going to call it there, just because it is late, but we will continue this, just because, hey, you guys seem to be enjoying it. But, yeah, I'm surprised too. I'm just wrapping up there, Michael. But, yeah, we've gotten pretty far. We still need to, I'm worried that that we might get attacked by one of the Chosen before we can actually wipe them out, which means we got to do a ship battle, which is going to be nasty to deal with, particularly considering how many of my boys are constantly wounded, if not dead. So I might have to go on a recruiting drive next time we come here. But that's going to be for next time, because I'm worn out, and I'm sure a lot of you guys probably have places to go, and people to see, and beds to sleep in. So until